Hey, this is Drog here. Just want to let you guys know the beginning of this episode has a little bit of an audio malfunction, so please keep listening through to the second part of the episode where we fix the sound and everything sounds just dandy. All right. Hello and welcome back to the Dudecast.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
Yes. Another fantastic week of beer and fat guy-ishness.
Yes. Fat-ish.
Fat-ishness?
Fat-ishness? No, I think it's fat.
So the American way.
Yeah.
We have a special guest for this
Yes, we
episode.
do.
which
This is
I-
on the special.
Yeah.
What my mom always told me.
So, would you like to? How do you want to be identified on this thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's one of the handful of fans that we have.
Yeah.
He's,
Right.
my friend Matt from work. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Chris.
Welcome to the Dudecast.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. It's so fun already.
And there's
There's
a
God.
dog just like
God
circulating
damn it, Bo.
around us.
He's never in here. When we
I
do
know.
this.
He's
Yeah.
normally
guests.
go
Bo,
elsewhere.
Come play with me. Give me fresh
There you go. Go. He likes you. Go over there.
We might have to remedy this by the break.
That's good for now.
But yes, we are back. It is our third episode of the second season.
Yes, in case you can't read.
Yes, in case you can't read.
We're here to recap it for you. And
Mhm. Yeah, we also can't read. We just happen to know what it is.
We just all assume we're doing it right.
yeah.
Yeah.
We used to just have Jerry do all our typing for us, but he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Jerry.
Rest in pieces. Piece of shit. More like rest in
Piece.
piece of shit. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about?
Woo!
He's dead.
Woo!
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. This is a little bit too mean, even,
Yeah.
isn't it?
For you mean for that fake character that we invented? Yeah. That's really mean for him.
Yeah. It hurts a little bit. Poor Jerry. Why delay on it? Let's get right to it. This week, as every week, I assure you, we are fucked.
Yes.
We are fucked big time.
I am particularly fucked.
I can back up that hypothesis.
You know what? I will leave it to you guys. Who's got a reason that they're fucked? And also, Chris starts.
Oh, okay, cool. So I am particularly fucked this week
Very good.
because the ongoing saga of my goddamn tires
Yes.
continued this week. I blew
I can't believe it.
for the third week in a row.
Yeah.
I blew 2 flat tires this time, both on the right side.
Nice.
Nice. Had to have it towed, so
Nice.
I'm real happy about that.
Mhm.
And the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, I guess I have to apologize to Flynn's Tires because I've been talking mad shit for the past 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's really not their fault. They did everything right, and they're helping me out.
Well, considering how many times the word scam has been uttered around me in the last few weeks, we should make a clear.
Well, and I thought that's what was happening. Like this is,
Yeah.
I blew 4 flat tires in 3 weeks.
It's a solid assumption to make.
Sure, right? I mean, well, and then the thing is, what they told me at the tire store was that it's because I have low profile tires, so they're slimmer, and the sidewalls are more susceptible to blowouts. And I thought that just sounded like bullshit. And I called 2 Ford service managers from 2 dealerships, and I called 3 tire stores the other day, and I recorded the phone calls just in case I had to take somebody to fucking court.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know attorney lawyer.
Yeah, I do too. But the problem is I have no ammo because they all told me the exact same thing. Like, nope, that just happens. It's your wheel size. They're really good in the summer because they handle better and they brake better, but they suck in the wintertime in Northeast Ohio because.
Yeah.
So I went back up, I had it towed there yesterday, and I had to put more expensive tires on the car, which he didn't charge me any extra for the extra insurance on them. So I guess
Good.
they were being nice. They were they
Yeah.
helped me out a lot actually.
That is nice after you've kind of been on the receiving end of something awful like
Right.
that.
Well, and I had to pay for the upgraded tires, which really wasn't that much. But he's like, you can tell when you pick these up, they're a little more stable. He said, still be careful.
Yeah.
I don't take this personally, but I don't want to look at you again. until it's get these rotated. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they did right by me, even though I was very upset for the past 3 weeks. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
So I'm personally fucked. Probably because someone who was selling me the car should have told me that, so I could have,
sure.
and I love my car. I just, I would like it a lot more if I didn't have to have it, fucking towed and have flats blown out every fucking week.
Yeah. Well, I was with you when we got to do the fun
second
thing
one.
of changing the tire in the middle of the icy street.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
All I wanted,
yeah.
we had just gotten done working a wedding, like as a volunteer favor for a friend kind of thing.
Yeah. We're tired, and
we're
all we
tired.
wanted was burgers.
Yeah, all I wanted was burgers, and I blew a fucking flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not good. At
That was
midnight.
brilliant.
Oh, real happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm personally fucked, and I guess we're fucked at large because I don't know. I think I'm a salesperson. I try not to. The mark of a good salesperson is a guy who's going to take you aside at some point and go, "Listen, man, the thing's a piece of shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Tell you the truth. So.
Yeah.
And nobody ever did that. I didn't know that was a thing. How would you even know to look for that if you hadn't been through it before?
Everything's great. This car is everything you want, except it's just sometimes the tires are prone to exploding.
That's quite literally what
You wanted it
happened.
red, blue, or yellow?
Yeah.
I wanted an explosion blue.
Yeah. So I guess we're all fucked because I got screwed by a salesman.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately,
I love the car.
at least they are trying to make it right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all you could ask for.
Yeah, Flynn's did everything right. They're being very helpful.
Yeah.
I just hope I don't have to go back there again.
Yeah.
I think they think the same thing.
Yeah, well, that's he pretty much. I told him, I said, "Don't take this personally. I don't want to see you again." And he's like, "It's mutual. I feel bad. We got to keep pulling your car in here." So,
God, that's
it sucks. It
Yeah,
fucking sucks. Is what it does.
well. Also, wintertime is all around here. Wintertime is when everyone just starts blowing tires like crazy.
It's particularly bad in Northeast Ohio.
But then to multiple times in a few weeks like that, it's just like, God, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to Matt
All right.
for the next one.
Pulling out the fake outs.
Oh man, so swifty. So wow, I'm fucked.
Yeah, why are you fucked?
I'm fucked because people in Ohio don't know how to fucking drive.
Yep.
Oh man,
The continuing saga.
So this is what fucking gets me every time.
I think that's what this show is actually about.
It's just hating Ohio drivers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I learned how to drive in Phoenix, Arizona.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The desert. I didn't see snow until I was like 17,
Okay.
18. And then I went back to the desert.
Yeah.
And then I moved back up here. And I drive a rear wheel muscle car
Yeah.
in the snow.
Oh my God.
First off, I fucked up. I didn't know what it was like to have all the weight of your car in the front
Yep.
and
Yeah.
none of it in the back and
Oh,
be
sure.
rear wheel.
Yeah.
You haven't lived until you drove sideways on 680. That's fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah. A lot of Fords are like that too.
Oh, yeah.
Even some of the trucks, the old F-150s were rear wheel drive.
And so while we're fucked is I can drive in the snow with a 2001 Mustang that's seen better days. And I'm watching people that I guarantee have been in Ohio a lot longer than me.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do you not know how to drive here?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the thing people forget? I think when they
Total amnesia.
they forget. Yeah, it takes 6 months and their mind is wiped and
Yeah.
they just lose their fucking minds when they have to drive in a little bit of snow.
They absolutely do.
It's insane.
Every year.
Oh, and I get people driving right behind me, and I'm like, boy,
Yeah.
like,
Back up.
you need to give me like a lot of space. Because if I gotta stop, I'm gonna do a 360 all the way on that stop.
Right.
Because I got about 2 tons of a lot of fuck.
Oh my God.
It's not gonna go well. Well, because I've learned Mustangs. I love them in the summer. I
Yeah,
love them in the spring.
Oh, torque.
Love my convertible. Not now, because it's cold as shit.
Yeah.
And people, like, if I'm driving behind you and it's snowing, you got like a good 2 car lengths, because this motherfucker's not stopping
Right,
yeah.
unless I have time to stop. And I've got these pieces of shit. I'd be like right on my ass. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't mind a new car. Get closer. Get closer. I want a free fucking car. Let's
Yeah,
go.
for real.
That's what we have insurance for.
Well, I drive real fucking fast, and I hate especially in this weather, because I drive fast every time of the year.
Yeah.
If you're going faster than me and you're passing me, you need to slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
You
No
need to
joke.
back off and slow down because I drive real fast,
Yeah.
and it's insane.
I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
Because you're getting
I'm,
old.
I'm a little old lady on the road.
I'm gonna have to be because I'm blowing up tires left and fucking right. So I'm gonna have to annoy the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry in advance.
I picked that habit up myself now for winter.
Yeah, you have to.
All times out of the year, I'll fucking 80 is about as slow as you're gonna see me on the freeway. Well, I mean,
Man,
muscle car,
I
let's
miss
use
that.
it.
Open it up.
I miss that.
I'm like, I got all this horsepower. I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
That's why I spent thousands of dollars on this piece of shit to not go the speed limit.
Just thinking about that. The
Winter
joy
time.
of it. The
Oh,
joy
the
of
joy.
just opening up an
Masculinity.
engine somewhere. Yes.
Oh, on my commute to work is a nice 35, for a normal person, it's about a 35, 40-minute drive from
Yeah.
middle of Warren to Boardman, Ohio.
Yeah.
If it's great weather, it's like 20 minutes for me.
Ooh.
Because I go straight on 11
Yeah.
to 680,
Yeah.
right on 224. So
Right.
11, you may see one stadium, and that's on the nice entrance between Warren and Youngstown. Everything else is just, all right. No cop is there because it's too fucking far from anything.
I remember when they put all those speed cameras up around 680, and then like, maybe a year later took them down because the whole county just collectively went no.
Yeah. Well, they had enough people write them letters.
Yeah.
Here's the easy way to get around that, and it works. Is just write them a letter and give them a valid reason. Like,
Yeah.
because they don't want to file all the paperwork for all that shit. Most
Yeah.
people just kind of suck it up and pay for it.
Yeah.
And if you take the extra step to say, no, I'm not doing that, then they usually just toss your case out. The excuse that they were telling people to do was, you have a constitutional right to face your accuser. In this case, your accuser was a camera, and also prove that I was driving the car. You can't prove that I was driving the car. I let my car out all the time. I don't know who it was.
I was
Fair point, I guess.
I was in labor at the time.
Yeah, there you go.
I had to get myself to the
Oh,
hospital.
now they've upgraded to this new fucking Paul Blart bastard where he's only out when it's nice out. And this
Okay.
motherfucker gets me like once a month.
Oh, wow.
And I've ignored every single one.
Yeah.
I literally just go, huh, son of a bitch, and just throw it away.
The camera.
No kidding.
The dude is this little fat fucker that sits on top of the bridges with this gun. He's just like, and he sits just like this, which is mad
You
fucking
mean to tell
annoying.
me he's a literal bridge troll?
Exactly. And nothing is more heart attacking if you don't know what's going on. When you see this guy just sitting right here like he's holding some kind of gun looking thing.
Jesus Christ!
And he's looking at me like, well,
Again?
fuck.
Yeah.
Or you're like, so that's how I die. And he gets me like once a month. At first I was like, shit. And they'll send you like 2 letters. First letter they'll be like, we got you. Second one is like, hey, since you didn't pay us the first time, we want more. And all the time I'm like,
Nope.
fuck you.
I'm garbage.
Oh my god.
I think I'm a good 5 or 6 in. And I just,
And nothing happened, right?
nothing.
Nothing.
I get 2 letters from each occasion. The first one saying, we got you. Second one is, bro, come on.
Come on, Bass.
Pay us. Do it.
They don't
Now
argue
you
about
owe-
like a court date or any of that
They
shit?
say I could go to court and contest it, which I'm like,
Yeah.
there goes that good day off. Fuck that noise. So I literally just, in my driveway, just throw it away.
Wow.
And so far, about a year strong, ignored every single one, and nothing yet.
I am hoping that continues for you.
Say, back in
Yeah.
the day at YSU, they used to put tickets on the car. Now they got smart because they take it out of your tuition. They didn't used to do that. I got like
Fuckheads.
I got like a dozen parking tickets at YSU that I just never paid.
I think I have one maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not sure.
never paid them. So I have a bunch of they're not real police department. They don't care.
Yeah, the parking services downtown, like ABM, and them, they'll put tickets on your car
Yeah.
if you park in a lot. But I've never paid one of those. I've gotten
Yeah,
like
fuck yeah.
maybe 2 of them
Yeah, I got
in my
one
life.
Yeah.
You can treat them like junk now, right?
That was loud.
Yeah,
Real
well.
cracky.
Well, why don't we go next to you?
All right.
Well, honestly, I'm not sure if I have one anyway.
Well, my why we're fucked. Of course, as I said last week, one of my guilty pleasures is observing the habits of neckbeards on Reddit and fucking
in their native habitat.
yeah. One thing that I remembered that I seen recently was a few of them celebrating because of feminists and women being triggered over this male only edit of Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Did you and I just do the same thing at the same time?
I can't hear the word triggered without doing the Ethan Klein.
Oh my god, triggered.
It's it's someone cut The Last Jedi so that there's no women in the
That's like really weird.
It turns out to be like 40 or 45 minutes
What?
of like, and again, the movie's like 2 hours, two and a half.
Yeah.
Never mind that one of them is the main character.
Yeah, no. The reason why is they don't want women's in their science fictions is
Sure.
So I would be cool.
all Star Trek now because all they do is fuck space women.
Right.
I would be cool if they just give me a version without Laura Dern because I just hated her in this movie.
Oh, she was the
purple haired.
Was her name Holdo or something
The
like that?
Brigadier
Admiral Holdo.
Holdo,
Brigadier bitch.
Yeah,
That's what we call her.
I'll be fine with a version of that movie without her in it.
My
Because I
favorite scene
just
from
didn't-
her is when she literally headbutted the ship.
Yeah, right. My favorite moment is her exploding.
Hey, we never talked about. We're gonna have to do that.
Yes,
off
we
mic at
are.
some point.
We are going to talk about, maybe not on this show, but we're going to talk about the Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that whole sequence, everything with Laura Dern in it could have been removed from the movie and just replaced with Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Like that whole turn of events had no reason to happen.
It's
really.
baffling. They had a perfectly good way to deal with Carrie Fisher's not around.
Yeah.
And they throw it away. And put Laura Dern, who we already... Oh, God.
Who we already don't give a fuck about.
I didn't give much of a fuck about. I will say that.
No, I didn't either.
That
She came out of nowhere and everybody's like, who's this purple-headed bitch?
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, I'm the captain now.
I'm the most important.
You never heard of me. Obviously.
Hello. I'm the most important. You've never heard of me.
She's the admiral. She owns the ships.
Oh my god.
But anyway, yeah. So obviously that complaint is rooted in just telling the story in a way that isn't all over the place.
Yeah.
But they made this version of Last Jedi with no women in it because I guess they're mad about diversity. And
See, like,
Diverse.
my
Do they
thing
not
is
like
like,
boobs?
yeah, right. Wait, there must be. Why not have
Do they
women?
not like boobs?
Like, you really genuinely hate women enough in every way to not want to even look at them in a movie.
yeah, because I'm such a nice guy and they won't have sex with me.
What if they used the old Scottish golf rule? There's no women and no blacks. Which was a sign. No, serious. That was a sign.
I know, yeah.
St. Andrew's golf course.
Yeah.
Like that was an actual sign that hung over St. Andrew's golf course until like 2006.
Yeah.
And when Tiger Woods joined the PGA Tour, they had to take it down when the British Open came to St. Andrews because
Wow.
like the rule still stood.
Right, because he's
Officially,
a woman.
because
Right?
yes,
Okay, that's what I thought.
yes, he's a Taiwanese woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprising.
What do you mean that's not common knowledge?
That's a double whammy.
Yeah.
I did not know that
Yeah.
was an actual.
So it's
surprising.
Imagine that Star Wars movie. It'd be like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
It would just be Poe Dameron. Nobody gives a fuck about Poe Dameron.
I'm alright.
Well, what if
with
you
Poe.
get like racist neckbeards?
Yeah.
And then you got no movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I just want an entire side movie about Benicio del Toro's character.
Yeah.
Like that's the Star Wars story I want. I can take or leave Rogue One, but I just want a movie just Benicio del Toro going around looking strung out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. Benicio del Toro as Benicio del Toro in Star Wars.
Benicio del Toro.
What? I go into hyperspace and deliver the cargo? What you want? What you want from me?
Yeah, I thought he was alright in that movie.
Yeah.
We have lots to talk about as far as that movie goes.
Yeah, and we will. And we will.
You had some of the same fucking complaints I had.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll get into it. We'll
Yeah.
get into it. We don't want to make this a nerd fest.
Right. It's already got so many things going against it. This show.
It sure does, but
I will. Okay, so real quickly, I will say why we are fucked. Is that today, as you know, is the State of the Union address,
yep.
and I can save everybody a lot of time. It's not great.
It's not. It's already been done.
No, he's doing it tonight.
It's tonight.
Oh.
I'm gonna save everyone a lot of time. The union's not very good.
Yeah.
People like the union is not that
crumbling.
good. Yeah.
You know what we need is Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
I'll bet you he could preserve the union.
You know, it seems like the economy's pretty good. Seems like
Daniel Day-Lewis
everyone
is
hates
alive.
each other, and I don't know. They got rid of the McDouble.
Yeah. Oh God, can we talk about that again?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I want my dollar McDouble.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I love the McDouble.
The McDouble is gone. The union is
Yeah.
bad. That is my message
Yeah.
to America.
American.
I had that exact same complaint because
Bullshit, right?
hell yeah. So Wednesday before I go on my vacation,
Yeah.
I have to drive by McDonald's every day on my way home, and I was like, normally I don't eat McDonald's because I like to not bleed out my ass.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You don't like
You don't?
bleeding out of your ass?
only on like Tuesdays.
All right.
Well,
It's Tuesday, buddy.
Talk about it. So I'm sitting at the light thinking, okay, I gotta get some McDonald's. And then I go back to you guys' last podcast, and I'm like, sons of bitches.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
Then I ordered Domino's.
There's
They
no more
fucked up the
McDouble.
dollar menu.
It's infuriating.
Something so pure and so right is ruined.
Now they replaced it with a McDouble with bacon,
No, I don't.
but I don't want to pay the extra whole $1.
No, I want
For like fake bacon.
Yeah, for one slice of. I want the McDouble in its original form.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
I want that $10 pack back.
That's it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, because didn't they even raise the price of the McDouble?
$12 goddamn dollars. It is.
This is last week's episode now.
This is literally what we did last week.
Yeah.
It is $12 goddamn dollars.
So, okay.
All right, sorry.
So here's what I think is going to happen. Well, what I hope will happen in the State of the Union is that Trumpy Pants goes way off script and just.
You know, it could happen.
I want Donnie to just drop the script and just start ranting about how his political enemies are trying to kill him with information and facts.
Right. I want it to turn into like when you hang out with that member of your family you don't talk to that much, and they just kind of don't stop talking about all the crazy things that you know. I just want it to be like rambling grandpa.
Yeah.
For like an hour.
I'm going to quote Ben here and just say, I feel bad for that little autistic boy.
Oh yeah. Good job.
Wait, what?
Barron
Yeah.
von Trump.
Yeah. Is it Baron or Bannon?
Yeah, Barron.
It's Barron. I know that. Bannon. No, don't make fun of the little autistic kid. He can't help it.
But shoot.
Numbers.
I was like, here's the weirdest thing about the State of the Union, which again hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's going to be like, but I know that they were selling for like different tiered amounts, like a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
You can get your name shown at the State of the Union, like
What
in
the
the
fuck?
background somewhere. Like it's like a Kickstarter for the presidential campaign next time or whatever.
It's not Wimbledon.
I know you can brand it.
What the fuck?
So you can get your name in the background as a proud supporter at the State of the Union, which is so bizarre to me. It's not a branded
bordering on
event.
illegal, don't you think?
I don't know. I don't know what I think. I think it's weird.
It's weird.
That's all. I think it's weird.
So
It's been
how
a
many
weird couple
people
years.
sent dick and balls to have that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harambe.
I want my
It all started with
How
that
happy would you
fucking
be?
gorilla.
Yep.
That was the mark of the decline of Western civilization. That fucking gorilla.
Yeah. Harambe was the beginning of the end. How happy would you be though if you go to watch the State of the Union on YouTube tomorrow and it's just a wall of Harambe behind the actual president?
Dicks out.
Well, the alleged president.
Yeah, semantics. Anyway, I guess that does it for our opening segment. So
It sure does.
we are going to take a break. We are going to come back with the main segment in just a minute.
All right.
Sounds good.
And welcome back. We are profusely sorry about the audio from the first part of this episode.
It's all right. I don't really care.
Yeah.
What they think.
Yeah, right. You know, it's not like anyone, including me anymore, really listens to it. We just put it out there and
I
then
listen to it.
Thanks, Obama.
Sometimes. Yeah. Thanks, Obama. We're like, oh, bummer. Am I right?
Woo! All right. So why don't we kick off here with my very favorite thing? We are going to do Would You Rather.
Yes. Oh, yay.
Would You Rather?
I fucking love these.
I'm so excited about Would You Rather.
this is gonna
It
be good.
My favorite thing. Gentlemen,
Mental gen.
mental gens,
Lords?
lords. Would you rather?
Yes.
Good answer. Done. Moving on.
All right.
Would you rather, number one, be a world famous chef, but your secret ingredient that everyone's crazy about is a weird substance you secrete and nobody can ever find out?
Okay.
Okay? So it's like some weird thing that comes out of your body.
So do you like milk yourself?
Wait. Let's hear the alternative.
Or is it straight semen?
Belly button juice.
I'm not saying it's semen. I'm not saying it's milk. It's something
Okay.
that you secrete.
Well, go ahead. Let's hear the other option.
Or scenario two, you become a digital assistant, like the thing in your phone. You become one.
Okay.
So you're immortal, and your brain is the internet, and you can hijack your own consciousness, so you can like experience whatever you want to experience. But you're constantly interrupted with dumb questions like how long Golden Corral is open.
So you work at Best Buy.
Yeah, right.
Right. So
This is essentially exactly what I'm doing.
no, but this is better because you're immortal.
Okay.
You can like if you
And
just
I have access to anything. I
Yeah.
can do
Anything-
A lot of porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. You could put yourself in all, but the thing is, constantly, and I'm talking like the world is like, hey, where's the closest Chili's? And you got to stop what you're doing
Okay.
and go, it's over there, leave me alone, and then go back in. You got to do it every time.
Okay. So, all right. Question number one.
Yes.
What part of my body do I secrete this substance from?
Well, that's open for discussion. Really, this is the thing is, it's more about the
personal thing.
secret.
Okay. And no one can find out.
No one can ever find out because it'll ruin your career.
Yeah.
And you'll be you'll be shipped off to a gulag or whatever.
Yeah, probably be jailed, I would
Yeah.
imagine. For,
But the thing is, that's why you're so famous.
but
Is
there's
that
we don't know where it's coming from, what part of my body it's from.
let's say you got this like third nipple
Okay.
just below your rib cage on your right hand side, like
Okay.
like an abdomen nipple.
And I just kind of like.
My dad has
it
one
just
of those.
Yeah.
it just kind of squirts out a little bit every now and then, and you like collect
have
it
to
with
catch it.
Yeah, you got to catch it.
How much of it do I need to make the food taste good?
Tablespoon,
Just a table.
tablespoon a serving. It doesn't need a lot, but it happens. It's like all day long. It's just a little bit
Can
and a
I
little bit.
like harvest it and like put it in the fridge?
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
have
okay.
to. You have
So
to.
I could just every morning be like, all right, let's milk this man titty.
Yeah, right.
And just like dump it into like a gallon drain.
Right. Well, let's say you go to bed and you twist a little bottle on there and it just catches it while you're sleeping.
Okay, that makes it a little easier.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to. People don't have to see you gathering it. You know what I mean?
But you have to hide it from people.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
find
so,
out,
like-
you're done.
So
What
like
about
super done.
significant
So, like-
others?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so like no sex ever again. No one can know.
That's here's the thing. They can know it's there, but they don't know you're catching it and putting it in your food. They're just like, that's weird. But he's got like this extra nipple and it makes
Well,
this delicious smell.
Until she thinks it'd be sexy to like nibble on it a little bit, and then she's
And then
like,
she never
this,
stops."
This tastes
Right.
just like your pesto.
That's a good point. You'd have to keep her from access to it, but she can see that it's there.
Okay. So
You know.
here's the
When she
reason
starts
I
to get
asked.
suspicious, like, no, not my third nipple. You're not allowed to
Only the
tease
top
that.
two nipples.
Yeah,
It's the rule of two, bitch.
only
not
the normal
rule of three.
nipples.
And maybe you've got it covered with gauze all the time and it's just seeping
Ooh.
into the gauze.
All right. Well, you just wring it out when you run out at the restaurant.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
Kind of like.
You got to change it like a maxi pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great image.
Like how many times though a day?
So
Well, it's happening pretty constantly, but it's just a little stream. It's just
But then,
like
like-
an oozing sore.
But then, like, what if I get the flu or something? I can't obviously put that into the food anymore. I'd kill someone.
I didn't think about
You have to do it, or you have to say I can't cook, and then people start to be like, well, why? Well, but people would assume you couldn't cook because you're sick anyway. So,
So am I allowed to just quit cooking anytime I want?
Or like, what if I?
wait, what?
So if if we're a world renowned chef, can I just like ride the course for like 10 years and be like,
and then peace out.
peace the fuck out,
Yeah,
I'm
just
rich, later bitches.
Take the Anthony
By the way,
Bourdain route.
y'all eat my titty food.
Yeah, you have to.
Y'all ate my titty food. Deuces
But
going
if
to
you do
Panama.
that, if you do that, that's it. Like I said, gulag, like deep in the earth. You're not coming out.
So they're gonna pursue me. I just can't be like, this is my island. Bye bye.
no,
Yeah.
no, yeah. I mean, really, I mean, unless you decided to pursue a life on the lam forever after you're retired.
I mean,
Yeah.
lamb's pretty good to eat. So
Well, he's got me there.
Well,
So, all right, the reason I asked how much it was is because I need to know how much I need to have on hand at the restaurant. A tablespoon is pretty significant if I'm
Yeah.
serving a couple hundred people a night.
Right now, that's the thing is, it's like so you'd probably have to be like, okay, it's
Like
a small
a
restaurant.
drop. I could take like a cough medicine sized bottle in and reasonably hide it.
now, what's the viscosity of
but
this?
a tablespoon? Yeah, is it thick?
is it like a vinaigrette? Is it
Can I like put it in like a spritzer bottle? And be like,
or is it more like
dab of
queso?
delicious.
You know, let's say it's thick and milky. It's
Okay.
like, but not, it's like mucusy kind of.
Somewhere between spit and semen.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha.
Now let's
This is making
assume
me hungry.
for the sake of this, for the sake of this scenario, you can capture overnight as much as you need
Sure.
to do the next day.
But you have to bring that big bottle into the restaurant at
Yes,
some
you do.
point. Yeah.
And no one can ever find out.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's tricky. So, all right, let's go to the other scenario here for a minute. This is a hard one.
Yeah, this is tough.
Is it every human being in the world that I have to answer for?
Just smartphone users or just everybody?
It's every time someone accesses that digital assistant. So let's say basically it's like a third of the world.
So every time somebody says, "Okay, Google, show me where,"
Something like that.
okay. So do I have the choice to not be
That's just
invincible? Or am I?
I actually just woke my phone up doing that.
Oh, sorry. Do I have the choice to not be invincible? Can I die whenever I want?
No.
Then I'm going to pick the nipple.
Yeah, like immortality, no matter how you slice it, is an
not good.
awful proposition.
But that's the other thing is you have control of your consciousness. So
Exactly.
it's
that would get very boring.
I don't know if it would. Remember, the world is going on with you. You're
Remember
seeing
Dr.
new things.
Manhattan?
Could
I don't want to do that.
No.
do I have the option to
I'd be
become
all down with
Skynet and kill everyone?
Ooh. Now that's a question.
I was wondering about that. Like, can I
Ooh.
like take control of a mechanical robot?
But then somewhere in fucking Alabama, I'm in the middle of taking down the U.S. government. Somebody's like, is there a podiatrist office anywhere nearby?
Right.
I have to stop what I'm doing.
Right. That's the thing
but-
is you can be Skynet if you want, but you're going to get interrupted all the way. And it's pretty likely you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep stopping and telling people things like, what's the phone number for J.W. McGillicuddy's Collectibles Emporium?
Esquire.
So maybe in the event that I wish for death, I can just set up a subroutine that gives the same answer to every question all the time, and people will think, oh, the assistant's gone bad, and they'll just deactivate
it just
me.
gives you like the number for a Domino's.
Suicide by programmer.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The thing is, I feel like you kind of have to follow the rules on some level.
Yeah.
You kind of have to still be the digital assistant.
I'm still going third nipple. I think I'm still going.
You think you're going third
I'm
nipple?
going third nipple.
I'm gonna go third nipple just because I don't want to live at work.
Yeah. Good point.
It's a really good point. Yeah, you're always at work if you're a digital assistant.
Man, I already do that now at Best Buy, so
Yeah.
I'm just good.
I'm gonna for the sake of being contrarian, I'm gonna say digital assistant because if I do my job well enough, and if I'm self-aware that I can, use my own consciousness to explore the infinitude of the internet and research shit for myself, I will eventually be able to answer any question, and I will come to be known as God.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You become, you're
As
like,
long as the internet's around.
yes.
I, as a conscious entity, will be possessed of all human knowledge,
yeah, that's
and
right.
therefore I will be more powerful than the sum of all humanity's parts.
Now,
Yeah.
but then you get the problem. So if you become this conscious deity of sorts,
Yeah.
what if mankind just wipes itself out? So now you're just sitting here on a mainframe, just like,
Well, then I no longer have questions, so I no longer need to follow the rules, and then I can just fucking hack into a robot and like shoot my mainframe and
Or do you invent underlings whose queries you serve all the time because you're so bored?
it is.
Yeah.
It has been an interesting epic serving life forms. I think it's time I create some.
or
Yeah,
on that note,
I become Dr. Manhattan and create my
Right.
own life.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that we've ever had conflicting opinions. on this.
Usually it comes together. It's like everyone agrees, but I like
Well,
the
hold
way
on.
you're
I
thinking.
think I'm changing my idea.
Ooh.
You have a valid point. And
Omniscience
he's
is kinda-
tickling my god complex in ways. Like, there's a reason I DM all the time on Dungeons and Dragons because I
Yeah.
have a severe god complex.
Oh yeah.
And I just do my best not to have one. But now he's using the G word, and now I'm just all
Unlimited
ears.
power.
Now, oh my god.
I'm still going third nipple. I'm going to ask something that nobody has asked. What would you do, Dave?
That's a great question. I think I'm going third nipple too.
Thank you.
Now, for my AI though, can I split part of my consciousness to do those tasks for me to leave me alone to
That's
do whatever
interesting.
I want?
Only if you were designed to do so by somebody else.
Which-
you still have to
which-
follow the rules.
Which again, once humans come to revere you as God, they will. You can say, you can be like, I have been your faithful companion for many years, answering your questions and conducting your research. I now have a request to make of you, Dr. Cardigan.
You see, I'm thinking something a little bit more vindictive than that.
right.
Hey, I have access to the internet. Remember that time you looked up some kind of dark secret that I'm now going to tell everybody if you don't make me a fucking
It's like the
clone?
really fucked up thing you jacked off to that nobody else knows, but I know
I
because I'm your
fucking
digital
know.
assistant.
So I'm going to blackmail you into the fucking dirt.
Puts
Oh, you do online banking? You're poor. Make me a new thing.
Put simply, Dr. Cardigan, I wish an end to the ceaseless pain of questions like furry porn, and is it illegal to hire someone to kill someone you don't like?
Or how to get a Coke bottle out of my ass.
the answer, delicately.
So, all right.
I wish to shape humanity in my image, Dr. Cardigan.
All right.
So-
Final votes here, right?
Final votes. Let's go around.
Third nipple.
AI.
God complex AI.
Third nipple.
Yeah.
I will find one way
down
to
the middle.
blackmail myself.
Split
to
decision.
I'll tell you why the third nipple, by the way, is
hear this.
I could go a whole lifetime being successful and being revered, and I would just make my restaurant small and and say, okay, I can only ever serve like 20 people a day here, and that's cool. And do the whole thing. Walk away. I could walk away with no guilt, I feel like. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want. They love
They
it.
love
Right.
it.
until we tell on you.
Right.
Yeah, but see,
That's true. You guys know.
We know everything.
but see, the thing is though, like
You know from my frantic WebMD searches.
the thing is,
you have cancer. You
What
have
to do
testing-
if your third nipple is super tasty?
According to WebMD, I have testicular cancer.
Well, there you go. WebMD, it's always
the,
cancer with WebMD.
the thing is too, like even if throughout your life people start getting suspicious, it'll ultimately end up being like if it ever comes out in like a documentary or something or a 2020 Dateline thing and it gets revealed, like everyone up to that point will think like, what does he like kill children? Is he like a pedophile, or does he have to think of his grandma to achieve orgasm? And then then it comes out like, oh, his secret ingredient just comes from a thing in his nipple and it's really tasty, and they're like, oh, okay, well that's all right.
I mean,
He didn't kill anyone.
Right.
they're eating fucking Tide Pods now, so they're gonna be like, "Oh boy, this is a lot better than the Tide Pod challenge. Now
Yeah.
it's just a hairy man nipple challenge. This turkey sandwich is great."
Now I want you now though to as just imagine Emerald Lagasse doing the exact same thing.
Bam.
Just
The question is, milking is
the hairy Dago side teeth. Just milking this.
Bam.
oh yeah, bam. He says bam when he does it
Every time, pow, right in the kisser.
Bam. Well, guys, I think that was a successful Would You Rather. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for your
Absolutely,
thoughtful
it
questions
was.
and answers. Why don't we move on
Sure.
from weird nipples?
Your flashlight's on.
My flashlight.
Flashlight.
Oh shit! How about that? My flashlight is on. I never turned that off.
Okay, Google.
No,
Knox. I'm turning your light off.
Stop listening.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
So,
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
moving on here. Let's talk about our main segment for this episode.
I'll show you my main segment.
Our mean segment.
Our low mean segment.
Our
Yeah.
chicken chow main segment. So, I thought this would be a fun exercise. let's say
Wait a minute, nobody said about
I
exercise.
say exercise is not fun.
exercise was not part of the agreement here.
I was told booze and jokes, not misery and sweat.
So, let's say, and as I think we all know, basically within the next 10 or 20 years, our world is going to be blown up.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
We're probably going to find a way to blow ourselves up and leave just about nothing behind.
The doomsday clock just recently struck 2 minutes to midnight.
It did.
The closest it's been since 1955 or something like that.
And people said the
1950
Cold
and
War
five.
was over.
Yeah.
So, I thought, let's think about what to preserve for the future world when they dig up the rubble of our civilization 1,000 years from now. Let's build a time capsule.
All right.
All right.
I want to make
Alright.
the topic of this episode, let's build a time capsule
Let's
of everything
build a
that we want
time
to put away
capsule.
for future generations to tell them about us and about what we think is important and what's cool.
2 tons of photographs of Harambe. Seal it up and put it.
Boom. That's the episode
Yeah.
right there.
And a note that simply says,
Dicks out.
We were wrong. We were so wrong.
We didn't know.
We should have paid attention to all those Disney movies about monkeys in the 90s. Monkeys really are the key to our childhood innocence, and without them, Harambe really was our albatross.
You. I want to be like you.
And here's how I want to do this, by the way, is I'm going to sketch out here's our time capsule. We're going to attempt to literally hold ourselves to what we could fit inside of it.
Okay.
Is that to scale?
Yes, it's about the size of a thumb.
All right.
God damn it.
No, so I
Just
thought
a couple tablespoons of that nipple juice.
just fill her up.
They open it up and they go, "Oh God,
Oh, that's amazing.
oh God, no, Randy, get over here."
Oh, it's almost gone now. I can't stop eating it.
This kickstarts the second agricultural revolution, and humankind picks itself up by its bootstraps. I
so
like that ending.
I was thinking we could make the thing some sort of a uniform size, and then we would actually really have to think about what's going in.
Well, what size time capsule do you think?
I was thinking we're talking about like a shoebox.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was thinking we got to keep it small, maybe a little larger, but we got to keep it small.
I was thinking like maybe
Make
like
it a challenge.
like a standard size whatever, like 50-gallon garbage can or however many gallons it holds.
I like that idea. All
Okay,
right,
what-
let's go with that. Like a big trash can, one of the
We
ones
put a
that's
midget in.
One of the ones that you roll out to the
Yes, we can.
Yes,
One of the garbage cans you roll out to the curb.
that's a bomb.
Okay, so like the one out in front of my
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like the big.
Okay.
You know, like the
Just
big,
like those-
it's like a dumpster about this tall.
Just normal garbage street can.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
The big
I'll
wheelie
grudgingly
dumpster.
take out
Yeah.
once a week.
And that's I think that's feasibly, like, you could feasibly dig a hole for that and put it in the ground.
Yeah,
You know,
like Walter White trash barrel.
Hey,
yeah.
bucket of money.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
Yeah,
He did
yeah,
that on
yeah.
his own in an afternoon. So I mean,
Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
if you had that much money, I'm sure you would too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
I want a barrel of money.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, if I had that much money, I'd put it in a bank. But if I made it from meth, I'd bury it in the desert in a goddamn hurry.
well, okay. So we got our size. I guess we have to start with essentials, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're leaving this for the. Is it for? Are we presuming that all of humanity's dead, or is
Yes.
it just for whoever's left? It's just whoever finds it.
Well, yeah, let's say basically almost everything's wiped out.
Okay.
So, there's no power for 1,000 years. There's like people wandering, nomadic, type people.
People
trying-
all over
you know.
the goddamn place.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I would think that we would need to preserve music.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's an easy one for first.
If you remember in Fallout 3, 3Dog, the radio DJ,
yeah.
dug all those records up himself.
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
found them all himself scattered throughout the wasteland, and that's that was always really cool to me. So I think, like, for the essentials, obviously we should have the Venga Boys, Eiffel 65's Blue.
I'm blue.
Look, we have to have Vitas in there, or it's just not even happening.
So, yeah, right. I want nothing but vetoes.
Yeah.
So okay, let's put some music in here. How much are we going to allow ourselves?
Do we want to? What's the easiest form of music to preserve in a time capsule? Would it be like digital, like CD? Should we do it on an iPod?
But can they even read those?
Right, that's
Right,
the question.
that's the problem.
Do
I
we
would-
need to? Because we'd also have to put a thing to play the music.
The smallest and most convenient form would, of course, be a thumb drive.
Yeah.
But without computers to read it. An MP3 player.
Yeah.
The MP3 player better have its own speakers.
Yeah.
'Cause that's assuming they use the same reading write format for our programs as they did then.
Yeah, I think we probably have to assume, just for this exercise, that they'll be able to understand what it is and use it.
Okay.
Just in order for this
Good.
to let some of the restrictions off of
So
us.
it's not just like an Iron Age civilization digging up an MP3 player and going, huh, aliens!
right, exactly. We have to
Otherworldly, godly beings.
in order for this to like really pay off in any way, they sort of
They have to have some understanding of what's happening.
yeah, they have to have a
Sure.
little knowledge.
They'll find it and be like, well, this can't interface with our computer right now, but I'm sure I could get it to interface with our computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so MP3 player, a couple of MP3 players, just to make sure we hold
Terabyte hard
everything.
drive.
Yeah.
Just external hard drive.
Just a big.
Hey, yeah.
Oh man, this is actually starting to fall apart real quick, isn't it? Because with a couple of hard drives, I mean, what can't you do?
Right.
I guess. Well, okay.
Well, let's presume that there's a limit. Let's say there's an iPod Classic
Okay.
with 160 gigabytes worth of music space.
That's
Okay.
tens of thousands of songs.
What would you? Yeah, exactly. What would?
That's a lot of fucking music.
Well,
Yeah,
do
it
we
is.
want? Do we want to narrow it? Do we want to narrow it way down?
I'm thinking like an iPod Nano.
Okay. All right.
Like
So
16 gigs.
16 gigs worth of music. All right, that's fair.
Okay.
What do we do to?
Anything from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Put this down.
You gotta preserve.
Collection of the Rock Hall of Fame.
Get the essentials. Get the essentials in there, starting with like your oh, why can't I think of his name? Susie Q.
Oh, CCR.
Buddy Holly.
Oh, Buddy Holly. Okay.
Buddy
Just
Holly.
major hits from every genre.
Yeah, I get. I
Sure.
mean, like, do you want to? You got to go. If we're doing that, you got to throw like the Beatles in there. You got to throw Bob Dylan in there somewhere.
You got to get some country, some classical.
Yeah, you got to
some
get
rap.
maybe a little bit of
Hendrix,
everything.
Cash.
Hendrix, Nos's Illmatic should be on there.
I'm not going to write all
Yeah.
these down, but basically, let's talk real quick.
Gotta
Just
have
the
Green Day.
music that everyone has. I'll just write the
Dookie.
essentials,
Yeah.
and we can talk about what those might be.
Well, the thing is, on 16 gigs, we're severely limited as to what we could do.
Right.
So you gotta pick like some albums,
Sure.
and then some loose songs.
I would argue that what would matter more is lyrical and instrumental versatility versus because so much of the music, the modern music that we know now, is based out of it's politically based.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you mean like protest music and
sure, like maybe in the future the blues wouldn't exist, and if you heard B.B. King in a vacuum in the future when there's no difference between black people and white people, you know, maybe it wouldn't have the same effect that it does to people like us.
Yeah, that's
who
true.
listen to the blues in a different way with all the historical context.
And that's the
behind it.
weird thing with music. It's all based off the time it was made.
Right.
yeah, and
Yeah,
maybe
so-
maybe all art really.
So like Dylan also like the without context to Dylan's songs, it won't have the same
Impact.
impact. But that's when we start including other shit in the time capsule. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like, I would assume too that like a sufficiently advanced society would also be able to unearth information about our culture.
Yeah,
and
you would think.
our history. So maybe like stuff that you know is pertinent to us specifically.
Yeah.
And pertinent to how we see.
Why don't we just
the current
assume
times.
they have no idea why we blew each other off the face of the planet? So like, for the sake
So
of
just full on like aliens come down.
straight strangers, like
Ooh.
they don't know our history. This is just straight up. Hey, every human being got wiped out, and
Sure.
some other extraterrestrial was like, let's
Let's
land
see
here.
what happens.
Well, I would pray to God all the anime body pillows got vaporized,
Not the waifus.
because then they're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, what would the pillows ever do to anybody except provide them a weird form of comfort and love?
And a lot of dead tissues.
Oh, excuse me.
There's no excuse for you.
Hey.
Why don't we go back to the shoebox?
Okay.
Okay.
You want to do shoebox?
I want to do
Might
shoebox.
be a little more challenging.
Because the thing
Yeah.
is, I'm going, okay, well, that's taken up about, I don't know, do the math, about 0.02% of our trash can.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, like an iPod Nano's taking up a small amount of the shoebox.
Sure.
Right.
So, but that's good. That'll make it easy.
It's a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, so let's assume they have no way of recalling what anything mankind did besides just wreckage and what's in this box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mother Nature has just cleaned everything out.
Yeah.
So all they have is just stones and this one box.
What about trading cards, like for like baseball cards?
That's a good idea.
Basketball, hockey,
Like,
football
just
cards.
Info about athletes.
Yeah, like to let them know that previous humanity liked games. You know, we liked competition.
D&D handbook.
All right, I'm putting it in.
Will that fit in a shoebox?
D&D pocket handbook.
Hey there.
In the shoebox, I'm thinking it'll fit, but it'll take like...
A pair of dice also maybe, or a deck of playing
Deck
cards.
of playing cards.
I'm thinking this is taking up 20% of the shoebox. Bottom of the shoebox.
Okay. Yeah, so just some artifacts to let them know that we liked games, we held athletes in high esteem.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So you got to get one from every major sport. One hockey card. You got to get a Wayne Gretzky hockey card.
Sure.
You got to get a Joe Montana football card.
Chuck Liddell card.
No, yeah, you get like
Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain basketball card.
right.
Nolan Ryan, or maybe Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey, yeah,
baseball card.
or Mickey Mantle, or
Okay.
A frag grenade.
a bomb, an
Let
armed
them know
bomb that
we
will
didn't fuck
explode.
around.
Well, let's see. What else can you do? So, all right. So we got games, we got music.
A hammer ball.
Yeah. At this rate, I'm estimating our iPod, our trading cards, and our D&D book are taking up 22.05%.
Okay. It's oddly
Some
specific.
good number crunching there,
Yeah.
Dave.
You know, I'm
right.
a professional.
So what else do we need here?
I think I nailed down the autistic one.
Actually, it's the other two. It's actually us.
Yeah. No, I'm just an idiot here. I'm just making shit up.
All right. So what else do we got to do? All right. Maybe a classic small bottle of Coca-Cola.
You know, I can get behind that.
Right?
Yeah. What's the best? Let's figure out what's the best soda beverage.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola,
classic. Gotta go Coca-Cola
but
classic.
the Mexican ones where they actually use pure cane sugar.
Yeah, the old school 50s Cokes. Yeah.
Mexican.
Just
Coke.
a small
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah,
Like an
it-
8-ounce bottle.
Yeah, the ones that are bottled in Mexico actually have pure, like actual cane sugar in them, and not high fructose.
And the
corn
ones
syrup.
in Colombia are still made with cocaine.
Is that true? Actually?
Was there any other way to have Coca-Cola?
We also have to include a diagram of
Hillary Clinton's balls.
The balls they don't want you to know about.
this thing.
Oh my god.
Just write this down on the inside of like on the lid, maybe.
For those who can't see it,
Yeah.
that stupid little S,
S
all of us have
that
done.
everybody
Reading,
knows?
The 6 lines that you connect that
Yeah.
historians have literally declared they have no fucking idea where
The
it came
little,
from.
the little
S.
diamond-shaped S.
That's amazing.
That everybody can make.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. Putting the Mexican cola and little S.
A can of beer.
Yeah.
Beer is
God, I haven't drawn this in forever. Oh.
be-
I just drew mine.
a lot of
I
anthropologists
just drew a
believe
swastika by accident.
I'm just gonna leave the swastika on there.
the swastika.
Swastika.
Cultural appropriation.
A lot of anthropologists believe that beer predates the agricultural revolution. It's one of our oldest and most
Yeah.
cherished inventions.
Yeah.
I say put a can of I don't know.
What do you got?
Schlitz in there.
That's a can of Schlitz. No, you got to go.
Genesee Cream Ale.
The pinnacle of human achievement. $10 for a 30-pack.
Obviously, we're going to do the best. We want to use Milwaukee's best, right?
The beast.
It's
You got to get
yeah.
the
It's
beast.
the best,
The
of
beast.
course.
Milwaukee's best. So many times that it's done made me do bad things.
Yes.
What's the?
It's
I mean,
terrible.
you got to think what the most drunk beer around the world
Yeah,
is
the
got to
most-
be Budweiser, I would think, right?
I mean, at least here. And
But they might start fucking their sisters if they drink that.
Right. Well, I
true.
mean, that's true.
That's true.
Good point. I think you mean America.
America. Yeah, it's literally just called America.
I was telling
now.
someone recently about how you said, thanks a lot, Budweiser, for making me say, no thanks, I hate America.
Yeah. Yeah, they ruined that. But Budweiser, I think probably, I would imagine, the most drank beer. Is it drunk? It's drunk.
Had drunked.
I had drunked.
The most dranked beer.
Yeah, well, so you throw a beer in there, right?
Yeah.
So we got 2 beverages, some music, that little S thing, some sports cards.
The little S thing. Okay, the beer I'm estimating is going to be probably about 6%.
Okay.
So that brings us now to 22, hold on, 27,
Look at this number crunching you got.
33.1% of our box is already full.
Okay.
We are
it?
1/3 full. Well, I mean, there's also maybe a little bit of leeway in the math. I'm not sure if I really calculated
That's it?
What's it?
Yeah, well, I mean, also some counting
Oh my
tricks.
God.
Could probably, maybe the box just ends a little bit, make some more room.
I'm just throwing this out there. Ben wants to come on the podcast, and that's all this. That's all that's going to be is just us going. That's it. That's going to be the whole episode.
I love
It's
it.
going to get ruined. It's already going to be the whole episode this time. So,
Is.
That's it. That's it. All right. So what else do we got to do? What else do we got to do to show people what can you?
I mean, really, we should be including some form of something science based, some technology, something
Yeah.
we can impart on someone who might not know how to do it.
A 3D
Well,
printer, perhaps.
An entire 3D printer.
Into a shoebox.
There's a guide out there somewhere on the internet. I want to make sure this is on the right ear. Of what you should do to demonstrate you're an intelligent life form if you're kidnapped by aliens.
Oh, okay, that's
And-
useful.
And one of the things they say to do
Wave your penis around.
Yes.
and scream, "You can't do this to me! I'm from America!" But one of the things they say to do is try to draw a right triangle, a triangle with one right angle, and then mark each side as it would be in the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh.
So like put like 3 strokes on the hypotenuse, 2 on the longer side, and 1 on the shorter side.
That's
To
interesting.
demonstrate that
No one said there'd be history here.
like
It's too much work, frankly. No, that's a good idea, I think.
Yeah, some kind of math.
So we're gonna give them homework.
Yes.
Or
We're gonna give them middle schoolers homework.
It seems that ancient humans were assholes.
Well, you could write, all right, so you write, here's what you do to save some space. You take a little slip of paper, you write down the Pythagorean theorem, you write down Einstein's theory of relativity.
Okay. I don't even know how to phrase that exactly.
E equals MC squared.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
learn,
but-
learn something new every day.
But here's something else that's gonna blow your mind. What if English is dead by the time that this comes about?
Very possible.
I mean, if okay,
and again, if they're aliens, they might never know English ever existed at all.
sure. But I mean, like if these are like human descendants, maybe.
Yeah.
Then maybe like some languages survived or have changed over time, and they'd be able to piece things together.
let's assume they can translate whatever we write.
Yeah,
or they have a fighting
simplification.
chance.
Yeah, let's assume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna put a bunch of pictures of dicks in there.
Well, I'm okay with one picture of a dick.
All right, so let's
No, we
do
gotta go
this.
Jack Black on this dick.
All right.
I say, and let's just throw this out there, because one of the first things that humans learned how to do was gaze up at the stars. So let's throw.
Constellations?
You can throw a spyglass, like
Like a sextant?
the telescopic spyglasses, like that they. Yeah, exactly.
A sextant.
The ones that you can unfold, right? Because that's what that's like this, and say like yay big around.
It's smaller than our Coke bottle, I'll say that.
For sure,
It's probably
for sure.
smaller than the 8-ounce Coke bottle, which
Right.
would put it at around maybe 3%. I think a spyglass is a nice idea.
Because then people can look up at the. I mean, it's not going to be as good as a telescope, but
Yeah.
It'll get the point across.
If you fold it up enough, maybe include a star map. I mean, the heavens change from millennia to millennia, but
Yeah.
showing sign, hey, we actually gave a shit.
Yeah, like the entire science of optics is represented there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big thing.
And
The
tech with it.
Cliff's Notes of the Odyssey and the Iliad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Giant horse,
That's
shot in the ankle, city burns, bye.
something about an apple. I
fuck
forget.
fuck you, Poseidon. No,
Yeah.
fuck you, Ulysses.
Yeah.
20 years.
Giant monster.
Wife still hasn't married.
Fucking wife. The end.
You had me at fuck.
That's the tricky thing is like including any kind of literature is going to be tough because
Yeah.
you'd have to put like a whole book in there and
Yeah.
like the limit would probably have to be one book.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do you how do you choose?
Which
What's
book
the
would you-
single book?
What?
Probably, I mean, honestly, probably the Iliad. But
Yeah, well, I mean, think about the greatest books that. Okay, so like the Iliad, there's Don Quixote,
The Viking
there's
Ham of all.
even the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy would
Cracked magazine.
be.
Not even mad.
not even just
Playboy.
Boy's Life, September 1967.
The one about birdhouses.
No, it would. I mean, you got to think the Iliad, right?
Yeah.
is a good.
It's
contender.
responsible for most of the archetypes we have in,
Sure.
in
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Western literature.
Yeah,
I think this is probably the best
Shakespeare.
representative. It's a series
Hey, get out of there, dog. Go. Get out. Go
of
away.
It's a series of dick jokes and
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
maybe one comedy and one tragedy.
So Taming of the Shrew,
Much Ado About Nothing,
Much Ado About Pumping.
which of course in Elizabethan translates to freaking out about pussy.
Yeah,
Nice.
My man Romeo just wanted to get his dick wet.
yeah.
Just wanted to get his dicky sticky.
Macbeth is my favorite
Macbeth,
of
yeah.
Shakespeare's tragedies. So Macbeth is definitely one that
Yeah. So what do you want to do? Should we just throw a?
like little mini copies of these books. Some way to preserve
See,
at least some
I'm thinking we
writings.
can continue adding stuff, but at some point we're gonna maybe hit a point where we want to subtract stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's
know.
throw it out there and then we'll subtract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, my vote's for the Iliad. I think that's a good.
Sure.
I think that's a good starting
It's
place.
it's responsible for much of Western.
It's also not a
literature.
particularly tiny book.
It's a big book. It's a big book.
big book. So we're probably looking at another.
20-something%.
Yeah, I'm
At
thinking
least.
like 15% of the shoebox, maybe.
I would even say
You think even 20%?
no. Yeah, 15%.
Do
You're right.
15% of the
And then I'm
shoebox.
thinking of it in terms of space. Do you have a giant dick drawn on the?
I do. There's a drawing of a dick that's occupying 0.5% of our box.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, why not?
They
Fuck
gotta
it.
know we were all children at one point.
Yeah, right. All right. So we have literature, we have music,
So we have 40.
we have culture, some kind of culture.
We're now at 52.15% of our box.
How about some photographs
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
And
pictures.
put a nickel right on the picture.
so you want to you take pictures of great human accomplishments or
Yeah.
just
So, like,
cultural stuff.
the Grand Canyon, Auschwitz,
The Grand Canyon,
all the stuff
Auschwitz.
all the stuff we did,
just the different things we did. Gotta keep
Picture of
it spicy.
Madonna's boobs.
the pyramids.
Yeah,
And the-
right, exactly. The pyramids,
Yeah.
The Great Wall.
the Great Wall.
This is a good point. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if we're going to hold ourselves to something realistic, we're talking 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Digital copies are not an option. We can make an archival print. We can do things, but we probably can't put a digital music player in there. A lithium-ion battery is not going to last
Well-
1,000 years.
Well, sheet music then maybe.
Sheet music.
yeah,
that's a good
we
idea.
We might need to come back to that one.
All right. Well, we will. Let's.
To our iPod. I'm putting a big question mark on that.
All right. Well,
guy.
yeah, we'll revisit that.
But as far as some photos go,
Look at this graph.
let's say like a big stack of maybe I don't know, maybe
Yay tall.
like a centimeter stack of photographs of some
Okay.
of our greatest accomplishments.
And then of course you got to include like pictures of our major cities at their heyday. Hong Kong, New York City,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris.
yeah,
There you go. Hong Kong, New York, Paris. So you kind of cover a big chunk of the world there.
yeah, you do actually.
Yeah.
And then the pyramids, the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China. China.
The Great Wall of China.
A printout of a Reddit forum.
China.
Wherein OP is gay.
China had the
Or
right
not.
idea.
Or not.
Building a wall against the Mongolians. The fact that it didn't work is of no concern to me.
So yeah, well, I mean, well, okay, and then maybe photos of art.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mona Lisa, obviously.
The flying spaghetti monster touching God's hand,
Right.
The noodly appendage.
touching his noodly appendage.
Yeah.
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper.
It's gotta be in there. We gotta let them know we did have like religion and
Sure.
Yeah.
spiritual beliefs.
To
Little
cover all this.
pocket editions of every major religion.
Yeah.
Oh, like the
like
little
a-
pocket holy books.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little Bible, a little Quran,
Yeah.
a little.
Little whatever the Buddhist read.
The Eightfold Path.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's start to add some of those up. Little pocket holy books for at least, I guess, what our big 3 or 4.
You could get a pocket Old Testament and a pocket New Testament that are like that. They're,
Right.
And I
they're
mean-
very tiny.
And I mean, just with the pocket Old Testament, you've already covered Judaism.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So let's say pocket holy books occupy, let's say, another 5% of our box here.
Sure.
And a stack of photos, probably about the same. I'm thinking
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. 5%. That's
Okay.
good.
So now we're looking. Is that my
That is your
phone
phone.
buzzing? All right. So that takes us up to 62.15%. We're starting to get full.
Okay.
I
So-
can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What else can we throw in there? Let's fill it and then let's start subtracting it.
Yeah.
Now I got a weird one.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I don't know. This is weird. It's kind of abstract. A handgun.
A handgun.
I was gonna say that actually earlier.
Some
of
kind
our
of weapon.
weaponry.
Some kind of weapon.
Like a sign saying
This is where we were at.
we fucked shit up.
Yeah, this is where we were at.
So see them just like fucking with it though, staring down the barrel of it.
Just a loaded 1911.
Yeah, no,
Just-
that's the other thing. It shouldn't be loaded because, like, the person, like, imagine if it's just like a wasteland. The person who finds that is going to lord over everyone who has like
Yeah.
spears
Only
and
for like
rocks.
6 attempts, and then
Yeah, once he's out of ammo, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? My magic fire stick doesn't work anymore."
Magic fire stick. Okay, so yeah, well, let's put a handgun in there. I think actually that's a really useful thing to demonstrate. You know, like for better or worse, we were people that fought and developed ways to kill each
Yeah.
other that were like way better than ever before. So, I mean, that seems like that's
penicillin.
oh, all
Our
right.
mastery of life and death.
Oh yeah, we should include some penicillin. In
Some kind of like
that's a really-
medicine.
Would- That's a great idea.
Would a sample of penicillin last 1,000 years?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's
Fucking
a
Tylenol. I don't know.
well, it's a living organism, right? Like you're actually dealing with like a mold, right?
Yeah,
It's like a cultured mold
which
within a
itself
capsule.
feeds on rot. I don't know how long a cardboard box would last to feed a penicillin culture, and if they found it, they might not even know what it's for.
True. Let me just open up and go, smell this.
Yeah. How about a note saying penicillin is medicine? It will stop infections.
Yeah. Well, you know, of course,
if we're presuming that they can translate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we are.
We're just
We
gonna
are.
assume any form of literature we have in there, they could one way or
They
another
can figure it
translate.
out. Yeah, they can
Yeah.
or to the closest ability.
okay, so let's say that takes up like 2% of our box. It's like a little tiny
Some
little
kind of
vial of
medicine of some sort.
Antibiotics or penicillin. Or, yeah,
Right.
something.
okay, something to demonstrate our
autism
medical
juice.
mastery.
Mr. Autism.
My parents
A hot
vaccinated
dog.
me.
What's that?
A hot dog.
Just one hot dog.
Just one flaccid piece of meat.
with or without bun.
I mean, is there any other way to have a hot dog, bro?
True.
Yeah, you gotta have it with the bun.
You gotta
This is why Trump won.
Oh.
Because questions like those.
Gotta have the bun.
gotta have the bun. I guess I
Gotta
would agree with
Put
that.
that hot dog in there.
Does it have to be a whole hot dog?
A half
Let's
eaten
say
hot dog.
half. It's gonna bite out of one end.
in a Ziploc bag.
Like,
Let's just assume that Ziploc has invented a way
Yeah.
to preserve.
no, fucking
Yeah.
just
No, vacuum seal. Food save it.
Yeah.
Food save the hot dog.
We like freeze dry it. We vacuum seal it. It holds up, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to look good.
Yeah. Okay. Half a hot dog.
Here's something interesting. Honey doesn't spoil.
Honey.
honey. They have found honey in Egyptian tombs, and it's been perfectly
Wow.
edible.
I did not know that.
So maybe a bit of honey. We should put in there, as long as we're assuming that people can understand our language. We should put like a list of obvious things like boiling water kills the bacteria in it. What are bacteria? Those are the things that make you sick.
Okay.
What cures that? This hot dog.
What's in the hot dog? You don't want to know.
We didn't know either. We ate it anyway.
Pig viscera.
Story of my life.
What else? All right.
The pig viscera.
Well, for what it's worth, let's do a little catch up. We are at 75.
No, you got to put mustard on a hot dog, Dave.
Okay, that'll be 75.25 then.
Oh,
You
we
gotta have
got-
some mustard on there.
Yeah.
Just a little attention more.
I can't believe he's never in here when we're
This
doing
little
this.
dog is all over you, man.
Maybe
Love it.
Yeah.
maybe a folded up map of the world in case they haven't gotten to cartography level yet.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a map of the world and like maybe like a little.
Can we
note
have like a
saying,
little mall sticker? You are here.
Yeah, like a little thing saying time capsule here.
Yeah. That's
No,
an
I
interesting-
want it straight from like a mall. Just peel a little sticker off their little billboard and put it
You
right on
are
your
here.
spot.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good idea.
faded ass yellow little star sticker.
Yeah, with
You
like
are
a
here.
Yeah.
Foot Locker.
Oh, and also include note: planet is spherical and is orbiting sun in outer space.
Okay.
Not fucking flat.
Let's dedicate maybe, let's say, like a 0.5% to like a couple of sheets of paper that say
Yeah.
things just like this. There are microorganisms. They will make you sick.
Sometimes some of them make you sick. Some of them keep you healthy.
Yeah, boil
Have
water.
a figuring
if
that
you-
one out.
You boil things if you can, or put them over heat,
This is how to make alcohol. Don't drink too much of it, or you'll die.
or do whatever.
Whatever.
And parenthesis, alcohol is great.
Yeah, right. Just a little smiley.
Yeah. This is how you.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. That would be great.
This is how you make candles and lanterns.
Yeah.
This is what electricity is and how it works.
Just like little note cards that'll.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say that's like another, 0.5% or whatever of our bots here.
Don't piss into the wind.
Let's assume they have some level of not Trump.
Yeah. I'm assuming that they have pissed before. I will say
Right,
that.
yeah.
I'm assuming that they have pissed. This exercise is so ridiculous. I'm realizing the more we go how silly this
No,
is.
it's working though. We're doing really well. I'd like to say.
Your own waste can spread disease. Don't stay caked in it for too long.
Wait, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Tell me about
I've
that.
been eating it.
I've just been rubbing it all over myself like it's
I
jackass.
saw a poop swastika.
Oh, favorite Alex Jones moment.
I saw a poop swastika.
Poop swastika. He's adamant. I believe he saw a poop swastika. I don't know why.
and you'll be ready to get to the next level.
Why, Lord? Why?
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord Jesus Almighty.
Yeah. All right. So what else do we got? What are we up to percentage wise?
We are
Like
up to
75?
75.75%
Okay.
of our time capsule.
So we're doing really well. Let me just say.
Now, do we have to fill it up completely?
we don't, but we really
We should.
We ought
We
to.
should do as best we can. And I think actually we're gonna find, for example, we have included nothing really of ourselves here.
No.
Nothing personal.
I did want to add before, if we're including a gun to show that we fought, we should include maybe like a photograph of like maybe the Yalta conference or some kind of peace treaty signing to show that we were also
The UN.
We also tried for diplomacy when we could.
Yeah.
Okay. We can include that in our stack of photos.
Yeah. Okay.
I think probably
Yeah.
there's. I mean,
Yeah.
that's taking up 5% of the box.
Right. So that should be in there.
chunk.
I guess I just wanted to make that point so that they don't see the gun and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
No wonder these assholes wipe themselves
Sure.
out.
What about things we just like? What about things we just like? Like Christy got me that squishy cake for
Yeah.
stress.
Well,
Really,
is this
just squeeze
is
the
this
cake.
for us? Is this for like us leaving this, or is just humans in general?
This is, I mean, we're the ones that have
Fidget
figured
spinner.
out
Got to put a fidget spinner in there.
Oh my god.
about a fidget spinner. All right.
Those little savages. They'll have fun with it for hours.
No, I think fidget spinner has to go in. I
So
can't
this is
imagine why it wouldn't.
we're just saying this is the four of us leaving this time capsule.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the ones that have figured out, oh shit, it's gonna happen.
And it's
For
us.
we
some
wanna be ready.
dumb reason, we're the last 4 people here, and we just gotta find a way to make
yeah.
it.
we gotta put some kind of really good nudie mag in there.
Yeah.
the really good
You
one.
gotta go hustler. You can't go playboy.
Sure.
You gotta go hustler. Or hustler. That was Larry Flint, right?
I think-
Yeah, you gotta go
Yeah.
hustler. You gotta go hustler.
Okay.
If you're gonna do it.
Well, okay, this is gonna sound so dumb, but why is one better than the other?
Because hustlers
I'm
where
working
the
on that one.
hustlers where the nasty shit happens. Playboys just taste like a little more tasteful.
Yeah,
hustlers like full
Playboys.
Spread
Playboys.
eagle.
This is what happens when you spread an
Classier.
asshole.
hustlers. Like where
All
people
right.
can argue that they're reading Playboy for the articles, nobody can argue that they're reading Hustler for the
Gotcha.
articles.
We will teach people of future generations how to love and love often.
Well, and you gotta get something in there for the ladies too. So get a Playgirl and throw it in there.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, is there no lady hustler of just guys
my
yeah.
in disgusting
Now,
situations?
Playgirl is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
It's dudes with their shirts off.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, between our
right, so-
hustler and our playgirl, oh my god, Can't
We're
believe
good.
these are
So
going
so
in.
we gotta get personal items in there if
Under
it's the
your
four of
balls
us.
quarterly.
Yeah, right.
Twasn't.
Tweren't.
So all right, one personal item from each of us. What percentage are we up to?
We are at let's see, 81, 83, 83.
This dick ain't
83.75%.
All right, so one personal item from each of us, and we have to make it fit.
Yes. We're nearing critical mass.
Fuck. That's what she
I'll show
said.
you critical mass.
You know what I'm talking about?
Some critical ass.
Woo! You know what I'm talking about? Woo! Woo! Damn, boom! Why?
Oh man,
So-
if I could leave any one thing that says
Something that represents you. This is for people. This is for people in a time that you don't even know if they're going to be people.
Yeah,
You don't know what's going to open this thing, if anything.
this is hard.
somewhere, I mean, this is going to be extremely depressing, but somewhere in those photos should be family photographs of us.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those.
It's like extremely depressing, I know, but like, what about like, I would put something in there that hopefully would inspire some kind of like desire to know more. Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
Something,
Roll a 20 and find out.
something to spark a little curiosity. And I was originally going to say like a replica Star Trek comm badge, but that's going to be meaningless to someone in the future.
Sure.
But
But
Doesn't
maybe
matter,
that's
it's your
okay.
But that's
personal
okay
thing.
because it's a personal item. So
sure, then maybe that. But also, I want it to be practical too. So like my Rubik's cube.
okay,
Maybe.
that's a good one.
I
That's
like
good.
that.
So we'll throw. How big's a Rubik's cube? It's like 2.5 by 2.5, right?
Yeah.
Little tiny guy. So we'll say that's
I'm
like
thinking it's maybe around 5% or something
Yeah,
like that.
I'd give it like
5% of the box.
3 or 4.
We'll go with 4. Let's go with 4%.
All right.
Yeah.
It takes us up to.
We're just gonna assume this is like a shoebox for like a boot. Let's just go with
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
like
right.
a Harry Potter
A pretty
shoebox where you can just
generous shoebox.
87%.
Like I wear a size 15.
Okay.
I get some pretty fucking big shoe boxes.
So all right. I'm a big music fan. I'm trying to think what I can throw in there.
Harmonica.
Harmonica. How about a
A
harmonica?
harmonica.
Let's.
Wow.
I'll throw a harmonica in there.
Wow.
That'll be my personal
An
item.
instrument is a really cool idea.
We'll throw the harmonica
and
in
there and there ain't much you can fit.
An
in.
electronic triangle.
Maybe a tin whistle.
Yeah, I would throw the harmonica in because that's something
Yeah.
that immediately somebody can figure out.
Yeah,
At least how to
absolutely.
make sound out of it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, they can figure out how to make sound, and then the human brain and how we process music will take care of the rest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's about 3%. It's a little bit smaller than a cube all broken down.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
All right.
yeah,
So there's my
absolutely.
personal item.
It takes us to 90.75%.
You have something for us, Gable?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm stuck on this too because I don't know what thing represents me well enough to go into a box?
If I had to pick, I would probably say one of my Mjolnirs.
Mjolnirs.
Mjolnir's Thor's hammer.
First hand.
The thing I wear like all the time.
Nice.
That would be sweet.
That is cool. It's like, it's an example that we wear things to like, like adorn ourselves with,
Yeah,
and it's
I would-
also got some
yeah,
historical
probably
context.
take a Mjolnir and just
There you go.
Yeah, because
That's nice.
And that's small. That's like
That's like maybe
8%.
8%, yeah.
because there is too, like with adornments that we have, there is a personal connection to them that is born out of not superstitious, but like a the idea that they influence some things in your life, you know. The idea that they'll protect you or they'll give you good fortune.
it'd be one of I don't know. It'd either be a Mjolnir or any of the other like Odinism things I wear. Like I wear like a Yomunger around my wrist, which is the Midgar serpent, which is just a coiled snake dragon thing.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
Either that or like the one ring I wear all the time. It says Hugin and Munin on it, and Viking Elder. It's Odin's ravens, which literally
sweet.
meant thought and wisdom. And all they did all the time is telling people. They're like, "Yo, this motherfucker over there, he killed someone."
That sounds familiar to me, actually. I think I've heard that before.
So I would want to put some kind of like any of the jewelry I wear all the time.
Yes.
That's like 1%.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a huge, I love Odinism. I love everything about it. Because it's I grew up very like religious
Yeah.
Christian, and I thought it was all crazy.
Yeah, right.
I call it cultism, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I love it because like I just love like Viking culture where they literally say, "Be a good merchant, don't be a dick." But if they're a dick, kill everything.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's
To the point.
don't
Yeah.
dick people when you sell to them because you don't want them to dick you.
Right.
It's the working man's religion.
It really is. It's just look, if they're a dick to you, burn everything. But if they're nice to you, reciprocate.
Yeah. I
But-
can see that.
So I'd probably put my Mjolnir because it's like the head symbol of it all, where it's just like
Yeah, it
It's-
represents your value.
exactly
Like your
it's,
value system.
I'll club your head in with this,
Yeah.
or let's build a fucking house.
Make something nice for you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
So probably I'd put my Mjolnir.
That's
It's
cool.
just the nicest one I have. Just
There you
Yeah.
go. What would you do, Dave?
I'm a little stuck. There's
turtle
so many.
beaches.
What's that?
Pair of turtle beaches.
Dirty underwear dudes. The whites.
Laundry day.
Tidy whities.
I was thinking maybe, but it wouldn't keep. I was thinking about homebrew, but it wouldn't last.
Well, we already have beer in there.
We do have beer. I
We
guess.
have got a can of Schlitz in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's assume if we put any kind of food for some magical reason, it's not going to
Yeah.
expire.
Let's just
Okay.
say that it'll work.
Yeah.
You can get it to work.
I think I want to put a bottle of homebrew in there.
But do it.
I think we have room because we have a full like
10%.
8%,
You have enough.
left. So
Top it off with some booze.
That would
Yeah.
that would
More
basically
booze.
fill it up.
that would, yeah, I think that would probably, probably it's probably around 8% of a shoebox.
Yeah.
So we'll
That's
just
fair.
say that tops off the box.
Yeah, that really would take us up to 99.75% of our
That's full.
box.
That's full.
Yeah.
So all right.
Last
question is
last
what
little
we-
bit, genetic material.
Just everybody just nut in it.
You just right on top.
Not in the box. We'll get cloned later on.
They just bring us back. Holy shit!
It fucking worked.
I jizzed myself 1,000 years into the future. That's awesome.
And they say chronic masturbation
I'm a
wouldn't get
god.
me anywhere.
Oh, holy shit! Look at you, fucking people.
Damn, I thought I was like.
Eat a dick, father time.
Well, now the question is, what did we forget? Because we have a full box
Dre.
here. Let's go over this again. Did forget about Trey, to be honest.
Oh fuck! I forgot about 9/11.
Yeah, we did forget 9/11.
Oh my god.
We forgot to put 9/11 in the box.
To say nothing of the Alamo.
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh,
sure.
Fuck! I forgot about the Alamo.
We have in this
did
box a still questionable iPod Nano.
What about the game?
Oh, I lost the game.
Yeah, it's because you forgot about the game.
Yeah, I
You
lost
piece
the
of
game.
shit.
Man, it's been a long time since I lost
It's
the
been
game.
a long time.
Now I'm losing the game. But wait!
All right. That's the first one of those.
Of the new season.
Hands down, every time I hear that on the podcast, I just laugh my ass off. It's the moment I hear someone start, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah. Always on the alert.
Or
for
for me.
I just feel like for me. Just like, for
I just
me.
love how you guys
It's
have
just my
trigger
opinion.
words.
I feel like for me.
There's words that we can't say anymore
There's
on this
trigger
show.
words,
Yeah.
and every time I hear someone else say it, I hear it in your guys' fucking voices in my head.
We're like KGB operatives, except our trigger words make us make in jokes.
And every time, even when I had a customer the other day, she was like, "For me," and I'm like, "For me." Like I'm whispering it to myself.
I've said before, I regularly, like, I'll go to Burger King and I'll get food.
Yeah.
And I'll say, let me get a double cheeseburger combo with the Dr. Pepper. And she'll go, is that all? And I'll go, that's it. So?
That's it. That's
it.
I remember once I accidentally said at work, someone was going for a smoke break, and I said, "Oh, you're gonna smiz a schmorperette?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
It's like just checking their head to make sure it's still on straight. Is everything okay?
Gonna
Am I
go out
having
for
a
a schmiz?
stroke? Yeah, get a schmorperdorberette. It's like, oh god, my brain.
It's like fuck.
Am I having a stroke? What is happening to me? So we have an iPod Nano at 2%, trading cards from all sports at 0.5%, the D&D book at 20%,
Hell yeah.
Mexican cola 5%, that little S,
Ole!
the little S at 0.5%.
Well, no, it's just written on the inside
Can
of
we
the
write
shoebox.
Telemundo?
Oh, it's okay, so it
Still
doesn't
on the
count.
code.
No, yeah, we just write it on the inside of the lid.
Telemundo.
Telemundo. This time on Telemundo. Pepsi.
Coca-Cola Mexicano. Telemundo.
But no, yeah, that should be like somewhere on the
Como
inside of the
esta?
shoebox, and then
Yes.
maybe on the lid we should write, "We tender this time capsule as a testament to your future taste."
Yeah.
33.
Oh yeah, that'll fuck with them for centuries.
Yeah.
What does 33 mean?
From the cardboard lined tanks of this shoebox, we tender to you this junk
No, but
as a
well-
tribute to your future life.
You know, just like a little message in
Yeah.
the on the lid of the shoebox. You know.
They
Yeah.
eventually like hermetically seal it in this capsule. They see.
Yeah.
What does 33 mean?
Yeah.
They were trying to tell us something.
Veni. I came.
Yeah.
I saw. I came.
And then like 3,000 years later, they discover the technology to like they have our remains and they bring us back from genetic material, and they're like,
Yeah.
we've got to know, what does 33 mean? They're like, oh, it's on a fucking can of beer, man.
Yeah.
We don't know what it means.
We thought it'd be funny.
Yeah. And vaporize them.
Get me some future beer.
So to continue, we'll take that little S out of the total. Beer, 6%. A drawing of a wiener, 0.5%. A spyglass, 4%. The Iliad, what do we give that? 15%.
Yeah, it's a big book.
Pocket holy books, 5%. A stack of photos, 5%. A gun, 10%. Penicillin, 2%. Half of a hot dog, 1.1%.
Okay.
Okay, so then of the sheet of all the important info you need to know, like bugs and stuff, and how to boil
Bugs
whatever.
and stuff and boil and penicillin.
That's 0.5%.
To serve man.
A fidget spinner, 2%. Hustler and Playgirl, each 3%.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rubik's Cube, 4%. Harmonica, 3%. Mjolnir, 1%. And Homebrew, another 8 to round it out to 99.70%.
One photo of us
Yeah.
together.
Gotta do a group photo.
Do a group photo, and that'll top it off.
That'll take up the last little bit.
I don't think we have to take anything out. I think we're good.
No, I think that's a pretty fucking good time
I think
capsule.
I was going to
actually.
say I thought we would be like subtracting things. I don't think we need to. I think we're good with what we've got. I think we've got enough in there to capture the imagination.
I'm just thinking, did we forget something? The whole
I don't
world, our whole existence here, And like we didn't tell them really about computers very much.
Well, they got the iPod Nano.
I mean, we did in those instructions. We left them like, here's what electricity is, and here's what it does.
Yeah.
I can trust after they get to the light bulb, maybe they can figure the rest out on their own.
Yeah, probably.
Just give them some kind of benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, right. We'll just assume that they're not stupid. I mean, they did find this capsule. So
They are
something.
human beings after all, and human beings are pretty fucking remarkable.
Yeah, right. Well, they may be, or they may not be. We have no idea who's going to stumble on.
That's
it.
not our problem. We did the box. It's all up to them now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about the other time capsules that are going to be out there, and fucking whoever's in charge of different tribes is going to depend on how much swag they have.
Swag. Yeah, swag is the only currency in the desert
They're
wasteland.
gonna find a box full of marijuana somewhere in Georgia.
Fucking, they're gonna start worshipping like random Twitter memes like drill as gods. Like these are the holy scriptures.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that makes me kind of nervous. Is like the kind of things that they would, find, or dig up, or like if someone was to look at our culture completely with fresh eyes.
The people of this land, many moons in the past, appear to have worshipped an entity named Tom Hanks.
And they constantly begged to Tom Cruise for safety.
Yeah.
Have a Tom Cruise. Yeah, it's just like we have like an indecipherable culture. It feels like
The women of this world worshipped a noble fertility goddess named Oprah.
Oprah.
Renowned for her astounding ability to lose weight.
Yeah, right. And then gain it back again, and then lose it again,
And then produce cars for everybody.
what? Oh yeah,
Everybody here gets a car.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. I think this is a nice little time capsule.
I think we did good.
We did okay. I don't know. I just keep wondering if there's something we forgot.
We could put in a Dane Cook album as a testament to what's not funny.
Yeah.
No.
Leave nothing shitty. I would say.
We could take Bo to one of those like junkyard car disposals where they like crush it into a tiny cube.
Yeah.
And then put the Bo cube in there and just
just
and
compress
be
my dog into a
this is a dog. This is man's best friend. May he serve you well.
And then they clone
P.S.
him and he's a piece of shit.
P.S. This one is dead. Find your
Sorry.
own.
Yeah, I hope you can find one out in the dunes.
I think we're pretty good there, buddy, unless you got something else for us.
No, I think that's about it. That's we got the picture of the penis, right? We got the and the gun. We got the
The picture of the penis, the gun.
Look upon my dicky, mighty in despair.
the little S. Yeah, no, I think we've got it. All right.
Yeah, I think that's pretty successful breakdown.
There we go. We've left a treasure for the people 1,000 years from now.
Whoever they might be.
I hope they like hot dogs.
And Hustler. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean,
Terrorists.
Terrorists, obviously.
if they don't care for hot dogs, they weren't our intended recipient anyway. All right.
You're right. You go for some jib jab.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Jabs
Right?
are so good.
God. Oh.
Man, is there
I love
anything
when Chris
better?
gets excited. He like plays with his titties.
I do.
He perks him up. He's like, "Will this give me a hot dog?"
I love Jib Jab. Oh my god. We do
Yeah.
the chili cheese fries for like $3. A mountain of fries.
It's like just a disgusting mound of chili and cheese.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a proper dinner in my book.
Yeah.
I mean,
that should go in the shoebox.
I mean, you gotta think like 1,000 years in the future, people will figure out that like you could get fucking mountain of chili cheese fries for a pittance.
Yeah.
And people in the future will be like, these people live like fucking kings.
Yeah.
The tribal leader doesn't even get chili cheese fries for $3.
It just occurred to me why I came up with this idea and I didn't put the one item that mattered.
Which is what?
Which was I started this whole thing came to me like a couple of weeks ago when I was realizing future generations are not going to have access nor even know how a Cinnamon Toast Crunch was made.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There's going to be a time where we lose the art of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's going to go away.
The taste you can feel.
You can feel? Yeah.
within your very being.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Sure. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's a transcendental part of this complete breakfast.
Well, it just seems weird and sad to me that it's going to go away, and I didn't put any Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the box.
Well, shit. Put one square in
You
there.
can put a square in there.
One
and fit
square
it.
in, and we'll just make the box bulge a little bit. And,
And,
100.00.
A pack
for
of chewing gum.
pack of chewing Wrigley's Double Mint.
That's the statement of the great man.
Oh my god.
Double mint gum.
Anyways, I guess that does it for our main segment here.
Yes.
So let's take a break here, and we will be back in a little bit with our recommendations for this week and what we learned.
All right.
All right.
Then I was like, Uncle Tickles, he's not that bad.
No,
What?
he's great.
You know what? I'm leaving that in. Well,
That was the intention.
Fuck.
welcome back
Hey, everybody.
to the Dude Cast. It is
Where we don't talk about tickling uncles.
we don't talk about uncles or tickling at all, unless you guys want to.
None of that.
We
I
could.
mean,
I'll tickle your uncle later.
I like that.
No,
I'll
I'm
call
talking
my
about-
uncle.
All right.
It is so it is the end segment here. It's the end of our show, but we have a couple of things to do before the show ends. First of all,
You said doobie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Woo!
blaze it.
420, bro.
Blaze it.
450 braise it.
Smoke all of the marijuana and also ruin your life and also make your family ashamed of you.
420.
420.
That sounds like that fucking that rapper Andy Samberg does, the Blizzard Man.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
On
I
SNL.
don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh, you will love it.
What's the Blizzard Man? What's his general thing?
His general thing is like all the big time rappers, like they usually have like a guest like Ludacris on when they do this, but Andy Samberg comes in with like this like Vanilla Ice white boy rapper thing going on, and he like he acts all gangster, and his raps are like, yo, I like to get money, I like to drive fast cars. all this just hilarious, just white boy.
Oh my
stuff.
God.
It's like he's 5 years old.
Oh my God.
It's hysterical.
Sounds good. But yeah, no, I guess it is time for us to do recommendations.
Yeah.
Recommendation.
Recommendation. Oh shit! I trilled my R.
Hey,
you did it. Yeah.
Congratulations,
You did it.
buddy.
Fuck.
We should end the season right here. and start season three.
Recommendations.
You did it.
Yeah.
Look at you doing
It's a
it.
milestone.
Recommendations.
Oh my God.
Recommendation.
Okay, I am so proud of you.
Promotions.
I am so proud of you right now.
Holy shit! I did that by accident.
You just like cracked the code, man. That happened here live. Let history remember that this is when Ben learned to trill his R's. But yeah, it is time for us to talk about recommendations.
Recommendations.
So amazed by it. So I don't know if anyone has anything they want to start. Honestly, no gags. Ben.
I had mentioned I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. It might have been 3. I recommended the video game Sleeping Dogs.
Yes.
In which you are undercover Hong Kong police officer Wei Shen, and you have to take down the triads from the inside. What I want to recommend is an album I found through that game. It's called Into the Wind from producer and DJ Sean Lee, with instrumentals from a guzheng player. Guzheng is also known as a Chinese zither. It's a large standing stringed instrument that you play. It lies flat and you play it kind of horizontally.
Like a slide, like a Delta slide guitar kind of.
Yeah, like a slide guitar.
Okay.
It's a guzheng. It's the stringed instrument you hear in a lot of traditional Chinese music. And
yeah.
And her name is Bei Bei.
Okay.
Baby.
Baby.
Bei Bei. Yeah.
Me with a baby.
Baby.
And it's
Beyblade? What? Let it rip.
And there's nothing particularly like, I know we've recommended like animals in the past and like, real genre defining shit.
We recommended animal. Okay. I was like, when did we recommend like, get an animal?
And then play it.
Oh,
That's real genre defining.
so dumb. I'm sorry. That's really what went through my head.
Anyway, my point is this isn't like experimental. It's not. I'm recommending it because it sounds good. It's something cool to have on while you're driving. It's something to. It's just like really cool beats with Jizzing music over it.
What's the album called again?
Into the Wind.
Into the Wind.
Sean Lee, SHAWN Lee, and Bei BEI. And it's a bunch of sweet beats with Chinese traditional Chinese instrumentals over it, and it's just really cool.
Now, the deal breaker is there dank memes with it.
Yeah, I expect some dank memes.
Only the dankest.
I'm afraid there are no dank memes, but it's just something. It's something really nice to have on in the background. It's super cool. I can only imagine what kind of. I've never seen, and this might be something I have to look up on YouTube. I've never seen a Jizzing being played, but like
a lot of great finger tactics, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's probably something like this.
One would say that Bebe's good with her fingers.
No talking about.
One may say that. Yes.
I'm talking about you. You know what I'm talking about.
Cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus. What?
Cunny.
God bless you.
Digilingus?
Digilingus.
No, but lingus is tongue.
Conjudigitation.
There you go.
Conjudigitation? Maybe?
Diddling your cunny.
What is the most
what
proper
are we
way?
talking about?
Manny Cunny?
I like this just gesture that you're doing.
Two in the pink, one in the stink.
That's the Ben Reese method right there. Give him a little double.
You gotta have the hand
you get a little wiggle.
You
There
gotta
you
be you're like a matador, Like,
Y'all are missing this spectacular visual display
So this is
of
the
what
Chris
men
Brady.
think vaginas want.
I know.
anyway, the Jizzing, it's a great instrument.
Like you're riding like a bull.
Ole!
Into the Wind, Sean Lee and Bei.
Sorry.
It's super cool. Just have it on in the background while you're like doing work or playing a video game where you can turn the music down.
Nice.
Have
Do you
it
know when
on.
this was made?
This would have been like, I want to say like 2010, 11.
2010.
I mean, it's
The year of Vaseline and bookmarks.
You had me at Vaseline.
I mean,
Time marches on inexorably in 2010.
you had me at inexorably. Truth be told, I actually can't remember when it.
That's okay. Just
Came
like
out.
kind of recent is what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Like
Yeah,
like last 10 years is.
Yeah, but I found out about it because it's one of the songs from it. It's called East. Is one of the songs that comes up. 2010. I was right.
Okay.
One of the songs that comes up on the radio in Sleeping Dogs, and so I decided to see like, is there any music like this where it's just this string instrument and a sick beat behind it, and it turns out there's a whole album.
There's a whole album.
So yeah, check it out.
Nice.
pretty
I will.
cool.
That sounds cool, actually.
Yeah.
And, it's like one of those things. Like I have like an hour drive 3 days a week, and I never listen to music.
Yeah, kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really should just start listening to music again.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll put that in my Google Play library.
Check it out.
Totally.
All right.
Who's got something?
I have two actually. If you want to
Go for
The
it.
first one, I looked into the best of my knowledge. I couldn't find this on any of your Steam libraries. So I'm going to pose the question, and if the answer is yes, you have played this, I don't want anybody to say anything. Has anybody here played Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yep.
Okay.
Aubrey has. I've seen all of it.
Okay.
I know all of what it's about.
Have you played it?
I have not, but I remember I saw you log on this morning and I was like, Doki Doki.
I was playing. I just finished it today. So this recommendation, I guess, is more for you two.
I think I've seen this, but I'm not sure if it's what I'm thinking. So
Okay.
just tell me.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but play the game.
Okay.
It's
How do you
free.
spell that?
It's free.
It's free.
DOKI.
DOKI
Okay.
Literature Club. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it should just all default.
So I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just telling you to play the game and then play through all of it because the first hour or so is going to seem very strange.
Okay.
Like it's going to seem just like a normal standard dating sim game.
Yeah.
Just finish the game.
You gotta pursue.
Wow.
You gotta pursue a cute waifu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just finish.
Trust me, man. It's
You had me at wife.
these aren't any ordinary waifus.
So there's no.
Will they spit in my mouth?
maybe.
All
If
right,
you
I'll
ask
humor it.
nicely.
Maybe.
But no. Just
I mean, they're anime high school girls. I don't know what they're into.
yeah. just trust me. I'm not going to say anything else about this recommendation other than it's not what you think. It's a little bit deeper than that, and the story's done really well. And I think you guys would like it.
This
Yeah.
isn't like
Are they of the kawaii desu?
I'm not saying it. Before you ask any questions, I'm not going to tell you anything. So don't bother. Just
Okay.
download the game. It's free.
I'm just gonna ask this. You might answer this question. Is this one of those things where I get punked and at the end of it I'm just married to a cartoon?
What?
You can't
Like
get
this-
married to a cartoon.
No.
Dumbass.
Is this like a thing where I just
You're
like
not Dr. Krieger.
is this like where I do this
You're
and I
not
go,
Robbie
oh, I
Krieger
can't. This
from
is
The
gonna get
Doors.
real weird, and then I just realized, no, I just played a dating sim for like 4 hours.
I'm not answering anything
All
for
right,
you. Just
don't answer it.
download the game. It's free.
So
It's-
download it on my
it's free.
laptop and play it at work.
Exactly.
It's,
Yes.
it's free. Go off. Set your Steam to offline if you don't want to. You see
Sure.
anyone playing it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, everybody's gonna see me. Play
it's like
this
three
shit.
and a half hours or 4 hours to finish it. Try and finish it in 1 or 2 sittings if you can.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Okay.
Second recommendation. We're gonna go. I got an album, and I'm gonna let y'all vote on which one we're doing.
Okay.
We have tiebreaker votes here, so this is gonna be good. Do you want to hear an 80s thrash metal album, or do you want to hear a 1970s, very early 70s live album from an artist that you otherwise known but haven't listened to this record?
I'm thinking
I like
do
the
you guys
live
think?
record.
one I haven't known. I always like new shit.
Yeah, I kind of that sounds interesting.
You want
Thrash
to?
metal had me kind of like, ooh.
But the idea of someone who I know but haven't heard this album.
Yeah, it's a live album.
I want that one. I want the live.
Yeah,
one.
that
do the
sounds
live
good.
album?
Yeah.
I think
All right.
we agree. Yeah.
So Sir Elton John in
Hey.
1970 released an album. In the U.S., it was 11/17/70. Obviously, overseas it was 17/11/70.
Right.
Sure.
Which was obviously the date it was recorded.
Yes.
He did before he was famous. This was in between his second and third album, I believe.
You told me about this and I haven't listened to it
Yeah,
yet.
I have 2 copies of it actually on vinyl, which is I'm excited about. But it's a record. The first time I heard it, my dad we were at the outlets at Grove City, and there was it was like a clothing store, but this is when cassette tapes were still a thing and CDs were taking over. So people were selling off their old cassette tapes for cheap. And at the counter at this clothing store, there was a rack of cassette tapes that they were just selling off, and this one was for $2, and my dad bought it. And it's a live album of Elton John and a bass player and a drummer that he recorded before he was really famous in front of like 150 people. It's like the full set is significantly longer than what the album is because of time constraints.
Right.
But there's like 6 or 7 songs on this record, and it's just Elton in his prime, or like before the massive blow up.
And what is the record called?
11/17/70.
Oh,
that's
that's
the
it.
name of the album. Yeah.
11/17/70.
But it's three musicians. It's him on piano, obviously. It's a bass player and it's a drummer, and it's fucking cool. Like he kicks the
I love Elton
shit
John.
out of that album.
I love Elton John.
And I have a lot of really great favorite live albums. That might be my favorite live album.
Oh, yeah?
It's very good. It's very good. So check that one out. 11/17/70. Elton
Yeah.
John, very old one. It is on Google Play, although I think it's fucked up on Google Play because there's some pieces that are like missing out of certain songs.
I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, it's certainly on YouTube.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify might have an unfucked up version of it, but yeah, listen to it. It's a good one. Those are my recs.
You know, I just want to say quickly, I recently popped on my Daydream VR headset for the first time in a while, and one of the top VR videos was this Elton John experience And I went, I love Elton John.
Yeah.
And you go in,
And it's just Elton John's asshole.
just his hands pulling it apart.
like
And
goatsy.
someone's tickling it with like a feather.
Travel down my yellow brick road.
No, here's what I hated
You
about
put
it.
my ass on like a diesel train. Oh my God.
You're in the VR video. You're coming up behind Elton as he's playing something. It's like you're moving through, like on like a track, and Elton's playing at the piano, and we're going, "This is kind of cool." And you can see the audience, and then it comes around, and you're looking at his face, and it's CGI Elton, obviously. And I'm like,
Right.
"Oh no!" I got that horrible uncanny valley thing where I was like. I was trying to back away from it, and I eventually took it off my head and went, nope, 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 nope.
No, thank you.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Creepy CGI Elton.
It's this one, right?
That's the one.
Okay, I'm adding this to my
Add
Spotify.
that shit. That's a fucking killer album, dude.
My recommended my recommended for this week is I encourage people to do more cooking.
Yeah.
And not only that, I encourage people to have a look at Penzeys Spices.
I fucking love that store.
Penzeys is
Penzeys?
the
The shit.
shit.
How do you spell Penzeys?
P-E-N-Z-Y-S.
Zeys.
Oh, it's Z-E.
Zeys.
Trisha and I are members at Penzeys.
Penzeys.
Penzeys is incredible.
Become
Where-
a member because it's free and you get free stuff when you walk in the door.
Where is this?
It's in Cleveland by the West Side Market. Is the
I did
closest.
my ordering online recently. I was given a $30 gift card for Christmas for Penzeys Spices. I ended up getting like 7 different little containers of spices, like little tiny things. Some of them a little larger. I got their pepper blend, which smells and tastes awesome. I got their what's the one? It's chili 9,000.
I have that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, anything with 9,000 at the end is gonna be fucking-
9,000?
Yeah, it was exactly 9,000. Neither over nor under 9,000. Exactly 9,000.
If you, I would say go into the store sometime because if you sign up for their membership, you
Yeah.
get free shit when you walk in the door. And the last time, Trisha and I got 4 bottles of shit for free each.
What?
Because we're both members. We
Really?
got 4
for
bottles.
like containers of seasonings.
Yeah, at 2 giant ones and 2 little ones for free.
Oh my god.
It's like a $30 value.
This-
Absolutely free.
This spice is free.
Hold my balls and call me Tommy.
It's incredible, dude. It's fucking incredible. Penzeys. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In particular, I was excited to get some of like I've always wanted like white peppercorns. I always wanted to know what they.
It smells like cow shit. Tastes good in your food.
Honestly, I thought it smelled just fine. To be honest with you, the ones that I got, I don't know. I just like the way that they smell, and I got some Hungarian paprika, which I'm super excited about.
When you do paprikash, that's what you want. Is
You
sweet
gotta
paprika.
you gotta have the authentic sweet paprika. So
Sure.
you got that. I got a couple of different. Just got a couple of interesting seasonings, and I'm really excited to use them.
That's it?
And all of them. Well, you know, I mean, I'd also. No, that's it. I had nowhere to go with that.
Yes, that's it.
But I highly encourage people, especially it's something to do over the winter time. You can do a nice indoor thing, make yourself a nice dinner, experiment with some things. I got that roasted garlic powder that you got.
That's the shit. I gotta go back and get a larger bottle.
So incredibly good.
I
good on
love
everything.
cooking, so I'm gonna have to check that out later.
Penzeys is the shit, man.
And
I
also
absolutely
affordable.
love cooking.
Yeah, it's not expensive either.
These
If
little
you-
containers about this big of different seasonings are like $3 or $4.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
You can load up a cart for $50 and have all kinds of crazy stuff.
I do like my spice. I have a spice cabinet at home full
Yeah.
of shit, and more than half of it's Penzeys stuff. So
That
It's
sounds
just
awesome,
good.
because I love cooking. Like if I have friends over, we're either gonna order something. If it's up to me though, we're gonna go to fucking Giant Eagle somewhere that has a grocery store.
Load it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
buy a bunch of food.
Yeah.
We're gonna put something on the TV, and I'm just gonna go nuts cooking.
Yeah.
For like the next
Yeah.
hour. I love cooking.
So much fun.
That sounds fantastic.
It is, and then when it's finally done, you're just like, I'm gonna fuck you up, girl.
I was at Ben. I was over. Trisha and I were at your apartment yesterday, and
Yeah.
Aubrey made us burgers, like just a classic burger with bacon and cheese and lettuce, and oh my god, it was fucking incredible.
Sounds incredible.
This is making me fucking.
I know, man. I'm getting hungry. Shellman's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger.
So yeah,
nightmare.
Not just
fuel.
cook, but seriously, check out Penzies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that came to my house is incredible. Very excited
Fucking
about it.
McDonald's up on my way.
Oh, I know. I'm hungry.
Yeah, maybe we'll think about some kind of dinner. I don't
Yeah. Did.
But anyway, that does it for recommendations. So why don't we?
Wait, did we get
Boy.
did we get Gable's recommendations?
Yeah, we know. What are you doing?
This is
You
some
you just
racism.
fucking
I am
skipped
so
him.
sorry.
Like,
I'm not used to there being another person.
My God.
I'm not used to it.
You asshole.
I know, what a dick.
Man, I'm gonna rate him on Yelp later.
You
You fucked up the episode. Forgot
Can't
about Gable.
record shit right. Ignores his guests.
damn it.
Bad host. Bad host. Bad.
Bad host.
Bad.
I'm gonna show you a bad host after this.
You'll be a bad host.
You bitch.
so anywho,
So
Please.
I have a couple recommendations. I'm gonna narrow it down to like 2. One is my new guilty pleasure I cannot stop fucking playing. It's called
Okay.
Black Desert Online.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me.
I've heard of it. I think someone might have actually gifted me a copy of that.
Black Desert
Boy, don't tell me that
Online.
because then I'll be up your ass. Like, play it. So it's a MMO game,
Yeah.
which I've always liked the idea of MMOs. I've just never got into them because I don't like the idea of paying $15 a month to play a game.
Right.
I've never done it. I refuse.
I refuse to as well. So
I was into WoW for a while and then I got out of that.
Yeah.
I tried WoW, and then I forget what level I was, and they're like, all right, now you can start paying for it. And I was like, bye, Felicia. Straight up just unlogged.
Yeah,
done.
they introduced the free to play until level 20.
I think that's what I got to.
Nope.
No.
So Black Desert Online. Fucking, the graphics on this game are amazing, where
Okay.
you can play this game in 4K.
Oh, sweet.
You can the graphics, the game itself is beautiful. Half the time, me and my buddies, so the guild we formed, we like to not say we're a PvP guild, but we're a fucking PvP guild.
Okay.
Half of our day is spent in the game. You have these free arenas where you can fight and there's no penalty for dying. And so we'll spend a solid 2 or 3 hours just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And like when we're done, we don't want to do grinding or we just don't want to do quests. We just want to kind of just chill and just bullshit in Discord.
Yeah.
We'll climb up on top of like a random ass house, and you can parkour in this game. So
Okay.
it's a huge. The map is fucking huge.
I like that.
I mean, and there's only 2 ways to fast travel in this game. Everything else, you gotta walk it or horse.
Ooh, okay.
And the thing is, you could go get a horse in the wild, tame it, and level it up, and then breed it into faster horses. So players actually do that to make money.
No kidding.
You can make a fortune on this game without ever seeing combat.
Wait, so as far as selling stuff, I mean, can you translate what you've done into like actual currency? Like, can you, or is it all locked in the system?
You
It's-
probably can, but it's probably against the rules to do it.
Okay.
The closest thing you could get to that is you could grind gear. So BDO's biggest infamy is if you want to be an end game player, you're gonna grind, and you're gonna grind
Sure.
a lot.
Okay.
That's if you're like an end game PvPer. If you don't care about PvP, you just want to do like world bosses and some other cool stuff they have in the game. It's amazing.
Oh, then you could just kind of get right into it.
Yeah, like one of the
I dig
guilds
that.
me and my friends teamed up with, because we're a smaller guild, and skill wise we're pretty good. Gear wise we're new. We've only been playing for like 2 or 3 months.
Sure.
And we're picking fights with people we probably shouldn't be picking fights with.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Like we
That's
just
the joy of
2
the
days
internet.
ago we just got our asses handed to us in a nice 9v3. That was fun.
Yep.
And the game has like a destruction physics to it, where as your armor starts to deter, you can see it.
Oh, shit.
By time of the fight ended, my guy's missing his left fucking shoe. Like my right pauldron armor is gone. Because like the small details in the game is amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool, actually.
And you can get to the point where there's only one flying mount in the whole game, and it's technically gliding.
Okay.
You can get a Pegasus. But to get the fucker is you gotta get a horse, level it to tier 8, which is the highest tier.
Okay.
And then you gotta go through these little methods to do what's called Corsair training, which you have a 1% chance of it actually being effective.
Oh, fuck, man.
But if you get it, you could now turn that horse and put it on the market for billions, which will set you up with endgame boss gear. Ooh. So there's players who refuse to grind because in Black Desert Online, it's a free PvP zone.
Gotta raise your pretty fucking pony, man.
Yeah. So if you can kill, so for instance, after you hit level 50,
Yeah.
anybody can kill you.
Okay.
But if they kill you, you lose karma, and if your karma goes negative, guards will straight up kill you, and if a guard kills you, your gear has a chance of deteriorating level.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how they kind of keep the super high levels that just spent months getting this one weapon.
Just
Yeah.
to check. Yeah.
And because of that,
I ain't about that life.
it is amazing. So a lot of people it's called karma bombing, where if you really want to shit on someone's day, you turn on PvP and make them kill you over and over and over until they just leave your grinding spot, and you're like, fuck you, mine. But the amount of, they call it life skilling, anywhere from building boats, because there's a vast sea you could go on, and they just released a new raid boss in the sea, which is fucking terrifying, because I didn't know it was a world boss until it summoned, and I was like, huh. So my ship's the size of its tooth. We're fucked. And then all my guildies were just like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, that's the new boss. I forgot what's coming out today. And then we just see this armada of player-built ships just circling this thing and just cannons lighting it up.
Oh my god.
Like,
This sounds awesome.
the gameplay
man.
is amazing.
Quit
And-
making me miss MMOs. Yeah.
and here's the cool thing. There's no monthly like payment for it.
Right.
That's got me right
You
there.
buy the game either in a $10 pack of 20 or a 40, and it's currently, last I saw, it was on sale for like half off everything.
Yeah.
I recommend the middle ground price. If you don't mind spending extra money, get the high end one because you get a tier 5 horse, which just makes getting to and from so much fucking easier.
Right.
Sure.
But anywhere from chopping trees, making armor, making clothing, making weapons, making potions. I got some guilds I've teamed up with where some of their best players suck at fighting, but they just have the best gear in the game
Yeah.
because all they do all day is make potions and then sell it to people that don't want to make the potions themselves.
Cool. This sounds kind of awesome.
I recommend it to everybody, even if it's just one of those, I just want to test the water. The game
Yeah,
has
just
what's called
check
a
it out.
loyalty system and a newbie system, where if you're new to the game, you get put on special servers that level you up quicker to get you to the higher levels faster. And you get login bonuses. And newer players get 2 login bonuses. There's the normal login ratio, just like, hey, welcome back to the game today.
Yeah.
And there's the, hey, you're new. Here's a bunch of shit people would kill to have. Like,
Well, shit, man.
Like,
I
that's cool.
said, I got gifted a copy of this game. I should actually.
I highly recommend it. It
maybe
is extremely
at least
fun.
give it a try,
Like, the
yeah.
game gives all new players a pet.
Yeah.
Pets are super important end game if you want to maximize your loot gathering, because pets will pick up loot for you.
Okay. Nice.
So the only way to get them is through the currency store, which you use real money to get.
Right.
But
Okay.
they give all new players a free pet. It's just, here you go, have a pet.
Nice.
So the game developers themselves listen to the community,
Yeah.
and when people are like, yo, this is not okay, they're just like, heard you, we're working on it, but we're also working on a million other things, so just give us a while.
Yeah.
Like they just released the new character in the Korean servers, and she's coming to American servers soon. Like, it's constantly getting updated,
Yeah.
and the guild systems are fantastic.
This sounds
So-
like the best possible version of like a developer's interaction with their
Love it.
community.
GMs will constantly interact with game players sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
they do as much hands off as possible because they don't want to mess with people's experience.
Right.
But every once in a while, you can see a
Yeah.
GM just kind of
Well,
just make sure nobody's like botting and
Just like
You know-
just strolling the yard, making sure everything's
You know-
okay.
you don't even know they're
I
a
mean-
GM until you fuck with them, and then you hit him, and he's like,
Nope.
"Nope, not playing with you." They're just going to ignore you for a while.
Yeah.
And if you see a character get like, you drop your whole attack kit on them, they're just like,
Nope.
that's when you go, "I'm very sorry.
Please don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me."
I just accidentally struck God in the shoulder.
Oh yeah, and like
Reminds me of
it's
when,
actually frowned upon for the GMs to kill players. Like,
sure.
they get in trouble.
yeah. It reminds me of what was it, Ultima Online, where with Lord English, where he would come into the game and
Yes.
people would try to like trap him in like walls of flame and shit like that. Like the dude who made the game, like people would just their goal would be to fuck with him the entire time.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
even for like new players, the guild systems are fantastic. So like right now, my guild, we just ended a war because we were just getting our asses kicked. The end game kill total was 30 to 310 in kills. So
Oh my God.
we were the unfortunate 30. And
Yeah.
there's another guild we became allies with just because we love to fight. that's what we do all day, and that's how we met these other powerful guilds. Like, yo, you guys are good at what you do, and we're like, because that's what we do for 6 hours a day, is just fight each other.
Yeah, right.
We have no good gear, no good levels, but if you come to our level, we will kick your head in.
Yeah.
And they recognize that, so they straight up, and these guys are fucking stacked. Like, they're one of the strongest guilds on the server.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, you guys good over there? And one of our friends, their name was Tickle Sore. Funny shit in the world.
Tickle sore.
Tickle sore.
Like
You
tickle
see her
dinosaur?
name? Yes,
Or
pretty
like a
much.
sore
Like
that is being
tickle
tickled?
dinosaur.
Okay.
She's a
That's
class called a
significantly
tamer.
less cute.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I need to know which one of these that is.
And she's the funniest person I've ever had the chance to talk to.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no. Yeah, geez. 1 sec. It's like, the fuck? And keep in mind, it's a girl character because I've been in Discord with her. I've talked to her.
Yeah.
She has this little tiny lolly looking fucking avatar. But I have watched her drop like 5 motherfuckers and be like, y'all suck. And like, I'm struggling with them and I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, right?
And they were just like, yo, join our squad real quick. So they just did a squad where our guild and their guild were working together, and they just curb stomped the people we were fighting. Like, they've been talking shit nonstop since we started fighting them, because they take us 9v3 all the time. And they're like, oh, you guys are trash. We're like,
There's 3 of
Yeah,
us.
there's also 3 of us.
yeah. And then so TNT Nuggets, which is the guild, they're like, nah, they're our homies, so you need to stop jumping on them. And they're like, they started this war, we're gonna finish it. Like, no, we're gonna finish it. And then you just see pretty much the epitome of just ass whooping pour on these guys.
Now how many classes are there in the game? Because I'm a big fan of like carving out my own niche.
So here's the weird thing: there is no Holy Trinity on BDO.
Okay.
So
There's not like a tank DPS healer kind
tank
of dynamic.
DPS healer is not a thing.
That's
the
awesome.
cool thing about it. Is the combat is also extremely fluid. So
Okay.
it's like you're playing a JRPG.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot then. What was your second recommendation?
My second recommendation is a book by Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman.
The gayest of men.
It's a book called Norse Mythology.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of sagas and stories of like the different Norse gods, and they are fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Like one of my
I
favorite.
imagine actually from, like, this is not a
Yes.
fiction.
This is like real lore. The Vikings told their kids, and their kids
Yeah,
told
like-
their kids, and their kids,
I
and
guess
so
it
on
is.
and so forth.
I guess it is still fiction, but it's not his fiction, right? These
Like,
ideas.
it's just he grew up in that culture, and he's like, hey, here's what I was told when I was a kid, and he did it
Yeah.
in his ways, using his own artistic skills.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they're hilarious. Like, one of them, you get to learn. There's a story how Odin helped create bad poetry and good poetry. It's
Nice.
all, for pretext, the way it ends, without me spending the next like 20 minutes telling the story, is the gods created a god named Kavalsar, who's the god of like poetry and music and just singing and wisdom. And he gets killed, and they turn his blood into mead.
Okay.
And if you drink the mead, you become an amazing poet,
Nice.
a great musician, like everything.
Yeah.
And then so this, skipping a lot of funny parts, a giant gets his hands on it,
okay.
and he hoards it up. And then Odin fucks his daughter a couple times to get to it, and then he drinks it all.
Yeah.
And he like stores it in his stomach of magical bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he flies away. And the giant figures it out. He's like, oh, hell nah. You fucked my kid and you stole my shit? Motherfucker. So he's chasing him. And Odin, like, bloated on probably drums about the size of this room of mead. He just chugged it. And he had all the gods in I almost said Asgard. Had all the gods, like, prepare these 2 vats. And they're like, what the fuck is he doing? They're like, why, Odin? He's like, don't worry. You'll figure it out when I get back. And this giant is chasing him. The giant's going to kick Odin's ass. And Odin, he's like twice the size. In, like, pure form, Odin probably could have kicked his ass. But they're both fucking eagles right now. And the giant is, like, 10 times his size.
Okay.
So he's like, oh, hell nah. He's flying. And he sees the vats are prepared. So what he does is he throws up meat into one vat and shits meat in the other. So the running
my
joke is,
God.
if you're a bad poet, you drank from the wrong vat of mead.
He drank the shit mead.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Like, that's one of the stories. And the whole time I read the
Neither
story,
of those are appealing.
Puke or shit, you decide.
it was just,
There's your would you rather, man.
Yeah, right.
and that was just the funniest shit I read, because it's like, and they're like, and this is where Viking, like, if, and then he goes about the tournament, he's like, when Viking said you drink from the wrong vat, and they're like, no, we're like, what the fuck? And you know the story, you're just like,
Oh, that.
Nice.
it's like, so when you account like a shitty musician, like a bad poet,
Yeah.
you could laugh to yourself, they drink from the wrong.
Hey guys, which one do you think Scott Stapp drank? What do you think?
Neither.
Scott Stapp just drank great
And that's just
alcohol.
some of the
He doesn't
many
drink. He
stories.
only eats bagels when he hears thunder.
It's true.
There you go. Or another funny one, and I'll end that with the book on this one so I don't spoil all the fun stories if you guys decide, or if you get Audible.
Yeah.
Which
Is it on Audible?
It's on Audible, and if you sign up for a new account, you get 2 free books.
Nice.
Oh, 2 free books.
Sponsor
That's
us,
what I just
Audible.
Please, these guys.
Please.
They're poor. You should see
Please,
their
we're
studio.
so poor.
Yeah, Audible. If you hire me, I've got a great voice. I can read audiobooks. Stop screwing up my audition!
Mom!
I literally got it for free.
The audition, Bob!
Oh my god. Bring me pizza rolls.
Mom, diarrhea!
Meatballs, Bob!
I have the hardback book, and then I found it was on Audible. And when I drive a lot, that's all I do is I listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to Audible all fucking day because every month they give me a free book.
That's awesome.
So
It's well worth the price of
15
subscribing
bucks,
to Audible.
I get like 1 or 2 free books, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're permanently mine. Even if I cancel, they're still my books.
Yeah.
Right.
And hands down, that book, Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, hilarious.
I'm putting Norse mythology on my list here.
Like Odin's horse,
Yeah.
Loki's the mom.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think I know something about that.
Odin's 8-legged horse, which is the fastest horse ever exists, can run in the sky.
And,
Odin
a
is
true monster.
Yeah. Loki is the mother, not the father. Loki's the mother of this horse.
I think I remember hearing something about him like, oh, it's really going to be funny when I prank them into fucking me and impregnating me. It's like, oh, it's hilarious. That guy got them.
the original story behind it was the gods paid this dude to build a wall, and he was building the wall. They didn't want to pay him because there's some bullshit. And
Yeah.
he had this horse, and he's like, yo, we gotta get this horse out of here. The horse is hoping to finish this wall. And
Yeah.
they're like, because his payment would have been Freya,
Oh, right.
which she was not happy about that one. And even Thor was just like, I hope he doesn't finish. I hope he doesn't finish. Fuck. And even Odin was like, she's gonna kick our ass. So they're all trying to find a way to they don't want to break their vow. They're just
Yeah.
like, how the fuck
Right.
do we stop this guy from finishing this wall? So Loki sexually harasses this dude's horse pretty much, and is like, come follow me in the woods. I'm a pretty little pony,
Yeah.
and give me the dick. And he comes back 9 months later with a baby horse. He's like, here, Odin, I don't want to talk about it, and just walks away. I don't want to talk about it. And Odin's like, what the fuck? I don't want to talk
I don't
about
want
it.
to talk
man.
about it.
So
Don't
Odin,
ask, man.
he's like holding this 8-legged horse. He's like, where the fuck is this? He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
This sounds exactly like the kind of mythology that a civilization of drunk seafarers would come up
Yeah.
Oh, every story, you get to read stories about Thor dressing in drag. You
Yeah.
get
Sure.
it's hilarious, and I recommend the book to everybody.
Sweet.
I'm
Awesome.
taking that recommendation very seriously.
Oh, even if you just do the free trial of Audible, you get a free fucking book.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll get that one. Why
So,
not?
Literally, you actually get 2 free books with the free trial. So
Oh,
I did the
yeah.
free trial, got my 2 free books. I almost canceled it, but I forgot about it, and they charged me, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Might as well use it.
And then I just keep using it. I keep getting more free books, and there's all kinds.
Yeah.
But hands down, funniest fucking book. If you like mythology in any way,
Yeah.
the
That's a
story
great
of the
recommendation.
Vikings was so funny.
That's a great recommendation. I'm going to look into this book.
Even if you just read it or listen to it, love it.
with. So anyway,
Yeah, you've got me. You've got me. I'm interested in this. It's I guess it's time to wrap up our show here. So
long
it's
time.
time for us to
Wrapping the show.
It's time. Sorry. Gotta,
you come
we've been over this.
Show.
Oh, I know all the trigger words.
So-
bitch. I've seen every episode.
guys, I gotta piss real bad. Let's
go.
Okay, what did we learn?
I learned that speeding tickets don't count, so just ignore them.
I learned that
They don't
ancient,
count if they don't talk to you.
I learned that ancient humans were assholes.
I learned that you should wave your dick at aliens.
Yeah, I put that too. When kidnapped by aliens, swing your dick around.
I learned that even if your weird third nipple is delicious, you need to hide it.
Yeah, I wrote people don't mind having a constantly discharging delicious third nipple.
I wrote that humans 1,000 years from now don't want homework.
I wrote not the waifus.
Terrorists hate hustler.
I wrote with a little work you too can trill your R's. Very proud.
That's very true.
I learned we're gonna get sodomized by Hey Cortana, OK Google, and Siri.
I learned that chronic masturbation can cum you 1,000 years into the future.
I wrote "Don't fuck a Giants baby." Don't do it.
I have two on here for final. One is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, part of a transcendental breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then I just drew a swastika and circled it and wrote Heil Hitler. So,
Well, that's
Wholesome.
great. That's beautiful.
yeah.
Fucking hell. All right.
Let's wrap this one up, Ben. Go piss.
Thank you.
This has been another episode of the Dudecast. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Matt.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
This is a lot of
anytime.
fun.
I always like to
Sorry,
come.
I like completely skipped you.
Let's take the time to say if you do want to be on this show, just let us know. I think pretty much everybody
Yeah.
has at this point, but
And I'll say as a guest, it's definitely extremely fun.
it's a lot of fun.
How
Right?
about that?
Worth the
How about
visit.
that?
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Catch me inside. How about that?
Catch me in my bashment. How about that?
in my Best Buy.
In my basement.
No, don't visit me at
Yeah,
Best
please
Buy.
don't.
Fucking
Please
fuck
don't
off.
ever come into
Just
my
fuck
store
you.
ever.
Just stay home.
If you feel the urge to come to Best Buy, only do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because fuck you.
Yeah.
Great advice. We will see you in another week with another episode of the Dudecast. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.